That's
All
probably the
right.
PTSD and then blocking it out.
Welcome back to Obsidian Guard Legacy, our bi-weekly campaign. This is episode 16, and tonight handling the recap and our memory restoral. Patreon. Take us away.
Last time on our legacy. Heritage, birthright, fate. Words that tangled together for her now. She, along with 10 others, are daughters of Diagabao. She met a sister of hers in passing, and she had not known it. And now she must slay a sister she has just met. Traversing deeper into the abyss, we found an abyssal pool where another daughter of Diagabao rose to collect your Petra, to assume her role with her Titan Lord father. Powerful, dominating magic exuded from the Aboleth sister, and the fight had begun. The creature was intelligent, throwing Declan away and closing the door that he could not open by himself, forcing him to take time in returning to us in the fight. Its powerful strikes rendered against my friends, and then it spoke to me. My mind went black, at least for a moment. Petra did not know the true reality of what had occurred. She saw her people safe. Petra saw her friends and family happy. Diagabao had saved them. In Petra's mind, the streamscape where she had everything she wanted. She held a necklace in her hand, and she leaned down to Kaishin, draping this necklace over his head. And when she looks upon the symbol on the pendant, she sees the symbol of Ouroboros, and then soon the voice of Kaishin calling out to her, which wakes her to find Kaishin unconscious and beaten beneath the waves, her hands bloodied, and the diminishing form of her Merilith transformation. Her mind not yet yielding, she pushed past fear for that moment, grabbing a hold of her dear friend and pulling him to shore for Cheshirax to heal him. With that, however, the tides had turned, as the party, once fully reunited, attacked the Aboleth together. Kaishin, mimicking Petra's power to transform with his own magic instead of her Titan blood. Clouds of daggers from the returning Declan, and the snaps of thorns and gunfire from our Makomo gunslinger Valette and Dryad Cheshirax. And together, we brought down the sister of Petra. She had been a parasite, it had appeared, of the captain we were looking for. He had never willingly betrayed anyone. He had been deceived and infected by Diagabao, forced to witness his betrayal, and this creature taking him over. He passed shortly thereafter. But the words of the scientist still ringing in our minds. There was a tree, hidden away, that contained a powerful gift. A chance, yet again, to do what was right. For resurrection. We used this gift upon the captain, for this plant cannot be used by other forces of the Titans, and it only right to give him his life back. He may never fight again, but he has given back his free will. She just hopes the guard will be kind to him. We leave the island, collecting our friends in tow, a grafter and a psionic, out to sea where the guard would find us. Taking us aboard, we'll be aiding in the counterattack against the forces of Diagabao. Another new god member called Goldrax arms a massive cannon, one that she hopes Amalusha isn't feeling so self-conscious about.
All right. Thank you, Petra. You know what to do.
Yep.
Get you Inspirato notes. We'll put it to good use. Again, thank you all for joining me. And yes, we are on a ship taking us back to the sales rack. We'll have enough time to complete a long rest, engage in some RP, and then prepare for war. So as all of you board the ship and you say your highs, hellos, and greetings, and you give the information to Captain Octavia Malamasha, they immediately begin sailing back home. They tell you to get comfortable because normally it would take you about a day and a half on the animated boat, but this one will get us here in about a half day's journey. Which for us, an adventuring day's journey is about 8 hours. So we should be able to get there in 5, maybe 6 hours. In the meantime, settle where you may, talk who you may, and we can skip this section entirely if that's what you guys feel.
Kaishin would go up to the doctor, and he would ask him, "Doctor, this is not gonna be an easy fight, and well, your skills and offerings are very enticing. Do you have what you need to assist me today?"
What is it that you seek?
My ancestry was not always built for music. Being a musical folk is a little uncommon among my kind, so I feel like my blood resisted my talents. I think you can help amend that.
It's a matter of blood flow. Unfortunately, Viagra has been sold out.
No, believe me, if I need to perform, I can perform as much as I need, but, well, and I'm not sure what is the in-person reasoning behind racial ASIs.
Yeah, I know what
But
you mean. It tells me.
he will kind of show the doctor his magical abilities. He'll point out probably how they are a little bit at odds with the innate abilities of the Wukong.
He'll look at you and be like, the Wukong have always had it wrong. But yes, I can alter you a manner to which would fully promote your capabilities.
Please do.
It
I
will
don't want to let everyone down.
Will take some time. If you're hoping to get any downtime study today, I'm afraid you'll be mine the next few hours as you rest.
That'll be fine.
So
I can rest when the fight's over.
he tells you that you can take a long rest, of course, but to meet him in the medical bay, which is going to be here. He said you meet him there in an hour, so you have time to RP and do whatever else you want. But once you do meet with the doctor, he's going to put you to sleep properly and begin working on you with as many chemicals and activities.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be over there for whenever you need him. Before he leaves to his office, does anyone else have any questions for the good doctor and his genius? Okay. He'll be in the office if anyone needs him.
Declan looks to Timby. You said you were a practitioner of the magical arts, yeah?
That's right.
Well, since we're on the trip back, would you like to perhaps compare notes? Maybe show me more of what your field of expertise is, and yeah, I can show you a little bit of my enchantments.
I've got forbidden scrolls if you're wondering.
there, that either means they're really dangerous or, well, very intriguing.
Plus, a heavy resource to part with, so if you've got gold, they could be yours.
I'd be interested.
And she walks down below deck to the table, something more appropriate for rolling out scrolls.
Hearing the talk about scrolls, Chestrex is gonna follow up. Oh, I hear there's some new things I can do with those. I'm gonna tag along.
All right. He will follow.
All right, as you guys get downstairs into the main room, or well, this is where people eat, hang out. There's papers, mission stuff here. She shows you this that I put you. Relevant? Handouts. Yeah. She shows you what she offers, which you can find under handouts because now you're a conventional shop. Forbidden spell she's managed to acquire over the years. But you can look these up. I changed our compendium to have these spells at the moment, but they are not pickable or selectable even if you get the scroll. This is the only way to learn them is through these scrolls or by using the scrolls.
Okay. I will look these up.
That's correct. You look them up one by one and let us know what you think. We'll come back to you and Chizodak as you guys review these scrolls. All right, what is Valette up to?
Valette is probably pretty fucking overwhelmed with what she's gotten herself into. I think that she's probably just in her own head for the most part, really trying to figure out her own moral compass and make sure that she's aligning to that, because I think that's really the only thing that she has to go on is herself and her own instincts. So I think she spends a lot of time meditating and introspection, making sure that she's aligned with her core values. She does that, so she's essentially just sitting on the stairs meditating, staring at the giant gun, just, you know, admiring it.
Volk thinks you're staring at him, so he's like flexing next to the gun and stuff and trying to show you that he's got a nice ass. He just turns around, just leans.
Valette, at some point, I feel like he would like just be overwhelmingly distracting and she'd just like have to look and she's just gonna make eye contact with him and just nod. Just, yep, you're there.
He smiles. He thinks it was him the whole time, not the gun. Andrina's kind of flanking Shen, just hanging out with him and stuff. Not really engaging him in talk, but she's also among strangers, so she's, you know, she's with who she's comfortable to be with. And Carlin, where'd you guys bring Carlin? Is someone like monitoring him at all times? Or did you just turn him over to the ship? Or okay.
I assumed he was taken away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we turned him over yet. All right, so yeah, they take him away. They toss him down here with Lizzo. Put him to work. And then the cultists too, they put to work. And then we'll assume, I won't move tokens too much, but we'll assume there's guards in front of the door. Mostly for the cultists, since they took your word on Captain Carlin. And the guy is here. All right, and Tram, what are you doing?
Tram is probably, he's finding himself in a comfortable or at least familiar position, having been on several missions on seas after pirates, whatever the case may be. But he's probably just kind of hanging around the captain. He's sort of in mission mode right now, so he's trying to figure out next steps, what it is that we're planning, trying to learn any information that he can, figure out where he can help on the ship itself and prep as we're traveling.
All right, she tells you, Captain Octavia. So a little bit of electricity will shut them down. I believe we've got a really big dragon turtle that can help us with that. If I recall, the last time you guys met the turtle, it was able to shoot off another spark, eliminate a Sahuagin swarm.
Yeah, that's going to come in very handy. I think that's our biggest threat that we're facing.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we have a few ships that are taking the more, well, less combat inclined, I should say, folks, away. So a few vessels getting people to safety. The rest of the soldiers, including the pirate captains and other people, are preparing a proper defense. We have beacons that once lit, we can use our ship to fire upon specific locations that are flooded with enemies. Other than that, we gotta hold the line and you guys will make sure it doesn't breach. Because even though this ship is able to go fast in one direction, it has a very large issue of turning. Due to the size of the cannon, its turn rate is horrible. So you'll be covering flanks and anybody that gets past the big ship. Sounds good?
Tram just nods. Understood.
Almost tells you. Besides, if they get past that big gun, they're gonna have to get past this big one right here. He showed you a dick.
Tram just. That's good to know.
Good nods. And if this is your first time viewing the stream, the name of her gun is Moby Dick. Just be clear. Just to be extra clear. You know, she may or may not have shown him the gun, but anyways. In any case, yeah. Did we touch everybody? Nope, we gotta go to good old Petra.
Call it motherly intuition, or I'm just gonna call it that. Petra's accommodating herself with the other monstrosity.
Jessica's just looking at you, and all of her snakes are kind of hissing. They're not sure if you're here to hurt her, to play with her, but they seem pretty jealous.
She will smile and extend her hands out, and in Abyssal, speak in a very motherly tone. Look at you, all of you, so precious and beautiful.
Give me an animal handling, even though it's a monstrosity. It's the best skill we've got for it.
I'll use an inspo because I'm actually pretty bad at this.
Not too bad, not too bad. The snakes kind of calm down, and Jessica looks towards you, seeing that the two of you aren't so different regarding your creature types. And she just kind of puts her paw over one of your tails and just lays on it like a lazy cat.
And as part of Petra's rest, she'll have her tail flick and move around as if playing with Jessica like she's a house cat.
Excellent. Are you skilled in nature or survival?
A -1 on both.
Yikes! Okay, never mind.
It's all good.
So as you enjoy your company with Jessica, we will circle back before we return to drop. Declan, have you had a chance to review any of those? Are you interested in any of them?
Potentially, crushing trample. That'd be interesting.
All right, so you tell her about the crushing trample, and she just kind of looks at you. Oh, that's a nice one. When I get back to the guard, I've got an even better one. I could have you and all your friends trample people.
Be nice to, a nice little trick to be the tip of the spear.
Lots of uses, I imagine. Anyways, it'd be 200 gold if you got it.
Above table, what are our finances looking like?
1800 something.
Okay.
Word party loot. 1865. I am spending 150 for my thing, so I don't think 200 is all that unreasonable. If you're getting all the spells, might be a little much, but one or two of them you'd be good.
I think just the one. It would be basically if I'm getting crowded by a lot of medium creatures, Could be a nice little, back off spell.
Blue Skidoo, you can too.
So yeah, he'll look back to Timby. Well, I think we can agree to that.
All right, she nods. She pulls out her coin purse and she tells you, "Yeah, this is what I do. This is one of my jobs. Go around finding forbidden spells, selling them to members of the guard to be used for good. There's some spells that destroy. I think they're a little too dangerous. That's about it. And I don't mean, of course, that it can really hurt someone, but stuff that is just wildly uncontrollable."
Well, if you find any more of these, I'm be very interested in learning the new knowledge you may find.
One of my favorites is the Guiding Star. It lasts a real long time, and whenever I'm out there trying to survive, me and my whole gang better odds. Whenever we do the survival checks, if you have Guiding Star up, I've pretty much just made everyone have advantage instead. It just to sweeten the deal on that one. I should have mentioned that when I showed you the list, but yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't really think about that. It was, yeah, kind of like compass, but yeah.
Yeah, for us the whole group gets advantage on the survival check that we do for the, you know what I'm talking about, the random encounter shit.
Sure.
But anyway, just something to consider, and that's not 200, that'd be 100. They're the spell level X 100, so. And then good.
Declan will kind of like just rub his chin. Well, now that you mention it, that does sound very useful indeed. Throw that one on the tab.
All right. Yes, it gets you where you got to go. A better guy than magic.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Timby.
You be using the scrolls? You can inscribe them into that book of yours.
Yeah, of course I'll be scrying them.
Now it's a proper wizard. How about you back there? Looks at Cheez-It Axe. You came here for a reason.
I was hoping to find some spells, but as he kind of looks over the selection, none of these really fit with my style. So I guess I have to find some other scrolls.
I am like your friend here. I'm a wizard. And most of the wizard spells.
Well, I'll just keep searching, and if you know of any other people that are selling scrolls about maybe something that's more on the healing side of things, let me know.
The
Or if
Obsidian,
you come across any.
you become Obsidian members after this war. We've got quite the library. Trust.
I've never had to use one of those before to learn magic, but well, I've been full of this has been full of firsts.
She smiles, and you see her getting her own scrolls out and trying to jot them down too.
Hey, Cheshirax.
Hmm.
Can you roll an acrobatics for me?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
You feel something snag on your ankle coming up through the holes in this grate.
You just hear, ooh, that tickles, huh? What's going on?
Hello, down here.
You see him like poke through. Petra, how'd you get down there? Wait, you're not in trouble, are you?
And she pets Jessica. No, just saying hello.
New friends, and he's going to like try and figure out how to get down there.
Okay. You don't have to squeeze through the holes. There's a staircase.
Right?
It's over here in this room. But yeah,
There it is.
As you look around, you see Jessica staring up at you. There's this massive freaking tiger-looking thing, or cheetah rather.
Check my languages. You're just going to hear, oh, there it is. You're just gonna hear Primordial. Hold still, kitty. I'll be coming down soon.
And What is everyone's favorite skill monkey up to now, Shin?
Kai Shen kind of resting along the edge, kind of enjoying his time. Probably maybe small talking with Andrina. You know, they're preparing an evacuation boat. I know you're strong, but I also know you've suffered a lot. I don't want to force you into this fight. If you want to be safe, just take the boat and I'll come get you.
My song will carry over all the seas. She gives you something. She hands you this and says, perhaps it's better for wizard in your party, but you could use it. Great. And it's a skyrite.
Oh.
A skyrite show. I'm pretty sure that's what the spell's called. Let me look.
Skyrite, I know the spell.
Right in the sky when things are dire, my song will carry across the sea. I'll be on that boat, but it'll be like I'm right next to you for that single moment.
All right. As he kind of he takes her hand for a moment. I promise you, we'll bring back stories of victory, stories of peace on the horizon, and when we have time, we can learn what our voices can harmonize together to make.
I look forward to that. It's been a long time since I've met someone with the gift.
Well, for now, I'll focus on surviving the day and maybe just dreaming of what can be.
Let me ask you this. Can you see the gift on me? Perception. So you hadn't noticed before, and maybe it's because you're becoming more attuned to whatever this is, or maybe she called it out. But at first it was a transparent sigil or symbol of some kind on her neck. But as you notice it, it's like this blazing white illumination glow to it. You'd imagine almost akin to the light spell, except no one else can see it, just you as you focus in on this symbol on her neck. She tells you, as she sees your eyes like widen up, she's like, I see that on you. That's how I knew.
You know, my friends always told me that I was too bright to look at. I thought they were joking. But, well, I think this will be a good sign for us. We'll make a lot of great songs and stories with this power.
She smiles. I retired to below. Thank you.
All right. Rest up.
You will retire to one of these mini beds.
Kai Shen, taking a deep breath, is like, well, time to go under the knife, I guess.
Excellent. Is anyone else doing anything else before he goes under the knife?
Tram would do one last little thing.
Sure.
He would, after making a few rounds, he'd remember he has an item that he needs to return to the captain, so he'd go back to Octavia. Captain, almost forgot. I have some property of the guard that I believe should be returned to you. And he pulls out Carlin's ring.
Looks at it. Wow. She takes it for a moment. Can't take this from me.
I assume it should be returned to its rightful place with the guard. It's not my property.
You see, what's an appropriate term? It imprinted itself on you. When the time is right, this will be your ring.
He'll just kind of look at it for a moment. Well, what's so special about this specific ring?
It recognizes heroes, even those who lack courage to continue to wield them. It may not be true of Carlin, but his heart isn't here, even if his mind has returned. It thinks you can carry on this journey, and it's of no use. The finger of a dormant soul. So, it may not function right now, but when you arrive at the guard proper, once we've won this battle, because we will win, this will awaken.
You speak as though this ring is sentient.
All of the rings are sentient to an extent. They're the fragments of the First Order. People even before my time. Though Goldrak, even though I outrank him, remembers those days. He was here in the First Order. Maybe he'll know more. He firmly presses it into your palm.
I'll grab it. I'm a little confused by the concept, but I'll pocket it for now. Hang on to it.
She nods and grabs the wheel as the ship finally turns around and she begins steaming off. You can see in the straight line, this mofo is super fast. You suspect you could probably even ram someone with the cannon, but they don't like to do that. Never been a good strategy for boats. In any case, does anyone else have any other scenes they'd like? And Tram, would you like to continue your scene on to Goldrak, or are you satisfied for now?
I think he's good for now.
Excellent.
Cheshire-X would definitely just be trying to endear himself to Jessica. He rolled out animal handling and started to get his hair kind of slithering and moving about with Petra's kind of assistance.
Yeah, so this is for you. This is just like a normal house cat, just a lot more deadlier. Well, extremely well. It's very deadly. But for you guys, it's just playing with you, joking around, and I believe you have nature or survival, right?
Yes. I got survival proficiency, and I still got to do some training for animal handling so I get proficient in that.
Well, nature.
Nature is I'm proficient.
Okay, give me that one.
You got it.
All right, excellent. Yeah, for 17. They know that the species of this creature is called a Kamadan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Actually, there's a pronouncing here. Kamadan. Yeah, it's a Kamadan. They're feline predators that resemble leopards mixed with 6 snakes sprouting from its shoulders. Although it bears a passing resemblance to a displacer beast, the two creatures are unrelated. You know that this is probably one of the most fiercest creatures of nature. And it is a natural creature despite its looks.
You would just see kind of Cheshire-X just almost like like wrestling with it and everything. Who's a fierce creature? Who's a fierce creature? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. As he tries to start trying to rub its belly and everything.
Yeah, the two of you have fun. Imagine your king murders you. So the two of you guys, unfortunately, didn't speak any languages. You know, obviously, you can understand things, simple things naturally when you're not using speak with animals.
Correct. Yeah, without using would I know if speak with animals would work? But this is beasts and plants, and
Well, you can kind of understand it. Again, it is a monstrosity. Let me double check if it's a monstrosity. I'm fairly certain, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's a monstrosity. But I'm okay with you still understanding like minor gestures and stuff. It's not like it's doing anything different than a cheetah would regarding its communication.
perfect. So he'd be reading his body language to make sure he can push it as best he can. But he's definitely play wrestling with it, kind of just having fun. As it's like all laying on Petra's lap. So this is all on top of Petra's tail.
Ah, I love it when the children play together.
Haven't had a good wrestle in a while.
One of these were one of her people's children back at the colony.
Really, these came from your neck of the woods.
A Nagaze can be anything. It is both a blessing and a curse. You never know what's going to be inside.
Do you ever miss your kids?
She never got to meet her child.
That must be heartbreaking.
It's hard, but she was also used to taking up the role to make sure none of the things that birthed from us were capable of hurting others. She
There's-
just
Go ahead.
she doesn't know, but she's okay.
I couldn't imagine not being able to see my child or reach out to him or feel it wrenched from me forever. It's at least have a little bit of time with him before you send him out into the world or have him taken.
Petra wasn't given that luxury. She believes in working with the cards as they come. It helps make everything easier to manage.
Jessica's gonna roll over, like after wrestling with Jessica, and kind of look over at you. I can relate to that. It's never easy to accept things, but you try your best and move forward with it. I guess the wind's always blowing, and you never know where it'll take you. And you just gotta appreciate the time that you have when you have it, especially when it's with your kids.
That's why she always goes out of her way to show love and appreciation to every monstrosity she finds, as she pats Jessica very tenderly on the head, because this creature could be her child and she may not know it. She passed her sister and did not even know it. Any monstrosity out there could be Petra's child, so she must treat every single one of them as if they were.
That's an awfully big heart you have there, Petra.
It's what's going to keep Petra away from her father, her heart, and the people that love her.
And you mentioning that kind of reminded Chesarex of what happened in the Pearl deep down below. And kind of looks over at Petra. Yeah, he tried to use my family against me. And looks up at you to try and get you to touch that pearl.
He wants her at his side, as what's left of her siblings, but there are only so few now that remain. All dead because of his twisted sense of love.
What he has is a love. It's a thirst for power. He's pure evil. He forced me to make a choice that no one should ever make. No mother should.
He is sorry he had to go through that. That sounds difficult.
Well, we passed through it, and everyone's for the better for it, as he kind of just starts kind of petting Jessica again. And I'm sure there'll be many more ahead of us, but I know we'll find a way.
She still has a lot of hope. But with more hope comes a lot of fear. She simply does not wish to see all these people she's grown to care for hurt because of where her blood leads.
Jessica will just kind of look up. What strange creatures we all are here.
Truly a circle of misfits, with their equally misfit mother trying to keep them all in line.
Yeah, well, We have fun. We just kind of go back to wrestling with Jessica again, or like trying to wrangle the snakes. Not quite braid them, but definitely try and position them on the across the back.
Well, careful not to put them into a knot. They hate that.
It's all about how you wiggle them.
Not the knot that matters, but how you knot them. All right. So, Shen, as you settle down with the doctor, he kind of puts you into a deep slumber. Of course, with your consent, as he injects you with medicine. During your stupor, he asks you some questions. This kind of procedure to get you comfortable as you're going to sleep. Shen, tell me this. You ever found Lily? What would you have hoped to use it for if it could be mass produced?
Mass produced.
In context, you're feeling like real relaxed. Not necessarily telling the truth, but
Yeah.
you're about to slumber off. So you're kind of like in an easy mood right now.
There's a lot of people who I'd love to save, but maybe I'd be afraid what would life lose meaning? Lily was within everyone's reach.
That's how I feel. Not to mention, it'd be too powerful if it could bring someone like Titan Lords back. That's why it should be preserved but contained. No more than 6 or 8 at a time. Never lost forever. And never overused. But can we truly trust ourselves and the generations to come to not abuse this power, I wonder? He looks at you as you begin to slumber off. Now to reconstruct what was already perfect, make it even better. And all of you start your long rest, and all of you complete your long. Are no struggles. Tomorrow there will be many. Shen, as you wake up, you feel empowered. Such a sense that, well, your ASIs have been arranged to your liking. +2 anywhere, +1 somewhere, replacing the old.
My wisdom goes down by 1 to a 13, but my charisma reaches 18.
Excellent. And Declan, I believe you scribe those scrolls. I think there's a roll for that when you scribe a scroll.
I am new to playing Wizards long term, but I will get an answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the scroll itself, the scroll rules. If you copy it to a spellbook, there's a chance you fail and it gets destroyed.
Let me crack open some PHP.
Alright, and then get back to me. I figured you were on the jump waiting for that long rest.
I was being lazy, sorry.
All good. Alright, Carlin and Lizzo and the cultists are getting the coal nicely shoveled. And all of you are about an hour away from the cell rack. Octavia has made sure everyone got breakfast. When you wake up, there are nothing as fancy as the inn. Mostly just bread, fruit, and liquids. Mostly meat also. But enough to get you going and ready for a fight. At some point during the morning, over breakfast, we're assuming you're all mostly in the hall or rotating through the halls. Trem, you would find a brief opportunity to talk to Goldrake more if you wanted more information on that.
I don't think Tram's mind is really wrapped around that concept yet. I think he's too focused on what's coming in the short term.
Absolutely. So he just kind of looks at you, grabs up the very few pieces of meat on the table, walks out, and gets ready to start loading the balls into the massive cannon. And you see Malamasha's outside. She's looking around, make sure no one's seeing. She keeps jamming her gun against these cannonballs, hoping that it'll fit, but this is literally impossible.
Not without a certain spell.
Get in there. And then when someone comes by, she just whistles. Do nothing. In any case, eventually in the distance you can see the Selrak, and Octavia says, the evacuations are underway. We're gonna wait here on the vessel for now until the main battle starts. If you need to be sent to land, you can take your own personal boat. I don't want to risk being out of position if the attack happens sooner than later. That's just kind of generally to the group. We can assume you all have assembled at this point.
Tram was up early, armor's fully polished. It's ready and raring to go.
Yeah, Valette would also guns polished. She would be up on deck as soon as they start messing around with the cannon. She's interested, so she would have been up there as soon as they started doing that.
Okay. Do you have a whatchamacallit? Do you have enough ammo? Because Malamasha could probably get you some more if you're low.
I picked some up, so I have 33. I don't think Valette would even think to ask Malamasha, just because she's so like standoffish around Valette. She just wouldn't even think to ask her.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely wouldn't volunteer the information. She's been checking you out a few times, but she just gets so nervous around you, so.
Yeah, so Valette would just assume that, like, Malamasha doesn't like her, so just, all right, whatever. I guess you don't want to talk about guns together, it's fine. Just hang out over here, it's fine.
She grabs these ropes over here, and she just starts spinning her body over it, and she's, like, laying under it now. And the guild hands are telling her, what's wrong? You wouldn't understand. No matter how much I polish my dick, she won't even look at me.
Tram walks up when she says that and turns around and walks back down.
Ooh, I'm out of here.
Wise choice.
How about you, bitch? I know she's scooped in there too.
He's just concerned, and then, like a doting mother, her tail will pat her on the shoulder. Don't worry, Malamusha. Much like being part of the guard, it just takes courage, yeah?
Huh? Petra. You get it.
Exactly.
And I'm kind of stuck in here. This rope here. Yeah, I need. Can you get me out?
Yeah, hold on.
Petra's good at getting people tangled up. She's getting good at untangling.
And she'll, like, dust her off. How about you go ask her how her morning's going, and then show her your gun.
Show my gun to a lady?
You've shown it to me.
Yeah, but you're more like a bro.
Very true. Courage, Malamusha, courage.
All right.
He looks over towards Valette. Look at Volk. He's stealing my thunder, and he's got a nice ass.
How dare he? You should do something about it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll loosen the cannonballs when he walks by. I'll fall on him, killing him on impact. No,
what?
I can't murder him. He's my friend. There is that saying, all's fair in love and war, and this is both, literally.
That escalated quickly. I don't even think she said one word to Valette.
Yeah, she said they worked at the courage.
Kaishin, kind of seeing this all go down, Petra Malamasha would start to hear a soft song on his lute. Lyrics something along the lines of a song of courage, tales of love found in war, where a single sword fell the greatest of foes, but the greatest danger was to risk rejection, and yet the courage was all that was needed. And Kaishin singing this song, kind of finishing a verse. The greatest stories of love and war were those that faced it head on. If you want to be the greatest version of yourself, then don't try to do tricks. Don't try to be better than those around you by making traps. You go to that battle and you remind them why your ring is made of gold. And you remind Volk that you are the best damn woman you can be. And you show Valette the pride of a gunslinger. Because nothing less would satisfy yourself.
Oh, Sui Jean. I'll give you advantage. It was a really good speech. I'll fucking do it. Valette! Just hear a splash when you turn around, Valette. Your nerves got it. You don't know, you're not,
confused.
you're not sure who called you, but you hear your name called from behind, and then you hear a splash when you turn.
And then Petra going right in after.
Well, it just shrugs and
Sorry, Valette.
Okay.
I was making sure you had everything you needed. Did you need me to get any equipment or grease, anything for your weapons? I want to make sure you're full strength.
that's very kind of you. My guns are polished. I am ready.
Perfect. Just making sure. Sorry. Call me a little paranoid before battle.
Understandable.
Chester X, you need any of your green paste? I can go get it from the lounge.
Chestrex turn around, you'd see like parts of like bark kind of hanging off where it looked like the cat clearly used them as a little bit of a scratching post. Huh? What? Did something just happen over there? What did you do?
Didn't do anything. I'm just trying to calm my nerves and everyone else's.
Did you interfere in something that you shouldn't have again? Is this like the squirrel incident? This is like the squirrel incident.
No. No. The squirrel incident, I really shouldn't have. You know what? I still think I should have done something with the squirrels, okay? They were the ones causing the ruckus. And let's be honest, if they didn't hear from me, they wouldn't have gone for the acorn.
Yeah, but then they ended up getting eaten by the honey badger that you didn't see, and everything went bad, and then we had to take care of the rest of the squirrel families. So why don't you just kind of let nature take care of itself sometimes?
To be fair, the honey badger kind of was nature taking care of itself.
All right, fine. Keep sticking that tail of yours where it doesn't belong.
Like, Velet's standing right there and is just choosing to ignore everything that you're saying. Like, she just has no interest in whatever shenanigans is happening behind her. She is
Kaishin
just, like, straightforward, eyes ahead on the gun, like, we got war today, boys. Straighten up.
Kaishin starts poking Cheshire Axe with his tail, like, I mean, does my tail belong here, or does it belong here? What about over here? Does it belong here?
And then you're just gonna see his like hair start to snake out again and start kind of like poking and prodding at you and everything and like pulling on your musical instruments. Right. What about over here? Have you thought over here? They're like,
want to take this downstairs?
and you just see him like, bring it on, monkey business, and you just see his hair kind of grab for you.
All right, horn dog. Apparently, you need to cool off.
Save
then
it
he-
for the real fight.
Excuse me, don't want to interrupt, but there's only one more evacuation boat. I want to know if I could borrow the animated boat and take people like Merilith, Sweeney, and our mermaid friend.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Get everyone to safety you can, yourself included.
Will we be taking the doctor, or will we be staying here with you all?
That's his choice, but I'll let him know that this is the last chance to decide.
Lizzo, they already got people down there shoveling. Let's get you to safety. All right, All right. All right, let's do attendance real
Action.
quick.
Let the doctor know that the last boat that's getting out of the fray is leaving soon. It's either be in the fray or take it now.
You saved me from the action at once. Now I'll save anyone who gets too injured. I'll remain here. I won't be in the fight, but I will see to those who need my aid.
And another sharp mind to survey the battlefield also wouldn't hurt either.
He nods.
Well then, I guess we're claiming victory together today.
Did. That again loads up the rest of the people who won't be fighting, or rather aren't combat inclined. Meredith looks one more time back towards Declan. He's having a Malamasha moment, but with far less odds. She asks Dagon if could a guy like that love a girl like me? Before Dagon can answer, he's about to be like sympathetic to her, and this was like, hell no.
Rude.
And then she's like, you don't need a guy like that when you've got a better man like me. And they just start making out, and the guy's like, okay, this got weird. And they drive off.
Oh,
Use your
boy.
chest Rex. Oh, young love.
And just like Valette, Declan has no knowledge.
At this point, Pidgey definitely fished Malamasha out. After the war. Yeah. When I'm too tired to fight my own nerves, I'll try again. Thank you. And she looks towards Shen, but she can't raise her voice to say thank you loud enough because she doesn't want Valette to hear and get suspicious. So she goes, thank you.
Action cast minor illusion. Malamasha just sees a illusionary monkey hand give a thumbs up and then disappears.
He's so cool. He gets next to Octavia and goes, well, Octavia look alive, everyone. There's only one final evacuation ship, and once it clears, we'll be ready for battle. The fight will be in an hour. Make any preparations you need.
Petra. How
Hi,
do you want
Shen.
to take this fight? I know that you're strong and often get right up in there. But I also know that, well, unorthodox can be quite effective when you're at the helm. Did you want to focus on using the cannon fire, or did you want to use the seas to your advantage?
What does Kaishin believe she should do?
I think whatever you do, you need to be flexible. If we lead off with the cannons, maybe you helping Goldrak, we'll need to be ready for you to jump in at a moment's notice, because they're right. The flanks are going to be our greatest issue. But, well, I guess the big thing to keep in mind is, as he kind of makes a couple sigils in the air, and you kind of see a bit of magic kind of dust off his fingers. How big of a tail do we want to flex today? As he kind of gives a wink, indicating if you want to go huge or not.
If I were to go huge, I would become Petra would become more of a burden on this ship. So if she were to do that, she would be up in there.
All right. Well,
In this upcoming fight, our number one priority till another presents itself is stopping those sea creatures from exploding onto important hard points in the shipwreck.
Petra could attempt to slow them down if she is big enough.
hey,
Well,
hey, Cheshire X, bud. Oh, let's
I
finish.
was thinking of imbuing you, Petra, with my dragon's breath, allowing you to spew electricity onto any that may get past us. With a combination of Cheshrax's natural magics and, well, the Blue Dragon's Breath, alongside our other allies with the Dragon Turtle. Hopefully, with those three combined, we should keep it safe.
If only she knew the technique that her mentor was teaching her about the lightning fist. It'd be very handy right now. Pun unintended.
But when the time comes, I will imbue you with that magic, and you can dart through the water as you need to.
She can go with this plan.
Assuming Captain Octavia has no qualms with it.
She just looks at you and goes, "Don't worry. Whatever comes at us, we'll be ready."
Just didn't want to overstep the commanding officer.
Right now, the only command is win.
Very well. That's all I had. Anybody else have any ideas?
Passion will look to Cheshirax. I know hurting animals isn't your thing, but problem is they're being tortured, forced to have bombs in their body, and forced to use them to blow themselves up from the inside. It's not a fate I wish on anyone. You're gonna have to hurt them in the short term, but if your magic can disable that blast, not only would the enemy not get their advantage, but you could at least spare the whales of having to force their bodies used in such unnatural ways. I know it will hurt you, but maybe there's enough greater good for it to be worth it.
Cheshirax will just shake his head. If there's anything done to save them, I'm gonna try, but if it comes to it, I understand.
So, I want to save them too. If you get the sense that they can be listened to, rationalized with, perhaps they can be convinced, or maybe even focus on disabling their explosive first, and then they'll just become whales that could possibly be chased away.
I hope. Or
Disable the explosives.
And then we can
Take
help
out their captors. They're under control. They may not be doing this of their own free will. Take out those that are in command.
exactly. You take out the leader of the pack, the rest will scatter. And if they're the ones
Right.
controlling them,
Alright, I'll focus. Passion looks over to Declan. Declan, I got eyes, you got brains. If we can find anyone that looks like they're barking orders, we need to call them out to be taken out quickly.
I'll keep an eye. Above table, Cheshirax, have you thought to maybe prepare animal friendship or speak with animals?
so I always have speak with animals, just that's how he is. I've considered animal friendship. I've also looking at wind wall and tidal wave, but tidal wave is only 10 feet wide. So it doesn't, or 30, no, it's 30, yeah, 10 feet wide, 30 feet long. So it's got a little bit of range on it I can use, but it uses my second level, which is also my call lightning.
We'll call lightning's third.
Third. Your third level.
Or third, sorry.
Animal friendship could
But
be
yeah,
a
we
good
got
one.
two. And the other one
It's
is
only
wind
first level.
wall, which is pretty wide.
Yeah. Yeah, if we could
Try
take
animal
out the
friendship.
Sahuagin, if we take out these Sahuagin control on them, animal friendship could definitely turn the tides in our favor. Anyway,
Yep.
that's all I had. He just looks to the group. This will likely be one of our biggest missions yet. I look forward to see what we all do.
It's our chance to make our own story. Even having to live the life given to us and making missions just to have an opportunity. That opportunity is now right in front of us. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it together, and we're gonna make it a story that they'll sing from the guild halls when we reach them.
Be arriving there with quite the story.
We'll make nothing less than victory.
As you say
Speak of the
that,
devil.
you hear a massive explosion towards the sail rack. And you also see 3 shadows cast above the boat. And as whoever has the highest perception looks up first. What is that? Who has the highest perception?
Probably Shirax?
Should it still 17 after your long rest change or not?
Yes. It was 18, now it's 17.
Okay, get you. You see dropping onto the boat, straight out of the clouds, massive whales that slam across the ship.
Oh,
From the
Neat.
skies.
Yeah, they were dropped from above the clouds. You're able to give people enough time to position, incoming, to reposition themselves up to their movement speed as these whales slam across the ship, promptly following an explosion.
So explosion first, then whales.
Well, the whales are the explosion, so they're falling to explode. So
Yeah,
you, have
okay.
you if you want to get out of the way, you can use your movement speed, or you
dropping
can
whale
use your
bombs.
action to potentially disable them before they land. Those are your 2 things, because once they land, they're going to explode. But you can only move or action, since this is quite sudden and very unexpected. What do you guys want to do?
I want to cover Captain Octavia.
Chessex will try and disarm it, but you said move or disarm. You can't do both.
Yeah, one of the 2.
You have to move in order to get to it.
Well, I can move, so you can move.
Oh, I mean,
Well,
then
I mean, cold lightning. If it's allowed, could zap it, or one of them.
ooh, yes, and definitely the one that fell on the people.
Yeah, it's an action, right? You have an action.
Yep,
So
gonna
you
do
can
that.
instantly muster the storm and shoot down your lightning.
That's exactly it. At the sound of like whales falling from the sky and landing on the deck, he's just like, "Oh, there's a few," and you're just gonna see him start zapping.
Oh, we need someone to save Jessica.
So you can disable the 2 in the front, which endangers Jessica, Volk, and Goldrak, or the one in the back that endangers the back of the boat and the 4 guild hands. It's up to you.
Yep, his priorities are gonna be the cat. He's gonna prioritize the animals the same as people. Oh, hold on. So it's Volk
And
and
the-
Jessica.
I mean that, and there's 2 on two on our main weapon.
Yeah.
And they're next to each other, so he's gonna see if he can hit both of them. Can I hit both of them with this?
Yeah, you should be able to. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's 5 feet. Oh
Only
man.
5 foot range, so you don't
Tram will be using movement to try to save the guild hands.
Okay, excellent. So if you can try to, it'll be unfortunately a deck safe. I don't think you're the best at that, to kind of like quickly run, jump, snatch them out of the way.
I'll,
And I was just gonna
I'll-
say, for Chesterex, in order to see if he can get both whales, he's gonna try and electrify the cannon to see if he can get both whales instead of just one of them.
That's very smart. I like that idea. Okay. It sounded like someone was gonna give Tram inspo. I think was someone about to say that or no?
I was.
Yeah, because I heard you like speak up when I asked him for the deck save, but of course a lot of stuff are happening.
I wanted to do that and also do the same thing.
All right, so both of you are going in. Are you giving just him one, or are you just knocking 2 off the board right now?
I'm giving him an inspo and also helping guild hands get out of the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, you already have danger sense. You have advantage. All right, so Tram, give me one more roll. There you go. and then you give me your danger sense roll. All right, so you're able to secure 2 people. One of those. Oh, Shen, you went in too, huh? Oh, geez.
I went in 2, but I only rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10. Okay. So, Petra, you got a choice to make here. Of course, Shen is more likely to survive, but you have just enough time with your danger sense to rescue one of the guild hands. Same for you, Tram, or for either of you to pull Shen out of the explosion radius.
Petra would look to Aishin, know exactly what he would want her to do, and will save the guild hand.
Yeah, Tram was focused on the guild hand at the moment. He's trusting his companions to care for themselves.
All right, that's way too loud. All right, so yeah, you jump in, you grab the guild hand, Tram, getting them out of the way. I'll give you these 2. And Petra, you're able to grab these 2 over here, with Shen buying you just enough time, but unfortunately being the only one caught in the explosion. Shen, you're going to roll 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and then we'll worry about the explosion. 21, okay. And then a big explosion comes out, but you see Captain Octavia is going to give you resistance to the explosion. Oh, and Declan's giving you resistance. Is he close enough? Are you close enough? Oh yeah, good. So you take 10 damage from the bludgeoning, and then Captain Octavia wraps you up in these spectral octopus things that are going to give you resistance to the damage, which is force damage. Give me another 3d10 for the force damage. Again, you're resisting it. So 8. At this same moment, the will slam onto the cannon with just enough time for Chizarak to try to electrify it. Now, this won't be a guaranteed thing here, Chizarak, so I'm going to give you some options to play with. Arcana, which is probably not your strong suit, or if you don't trust in Arcana, then we could do how Counterspell works. You would roll me a d20 and just add your Wisdom modifier, not your proficiency.
I will do d20 with my wisdom modifier then.
Okay, let's see it. It's important. You disable both of them or neither of them?
All right, so it's gonna be a +5 to what I roll.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is doing this well, but this could be important.
You are welcome to mine.
Thank you. I'll roll
I
2.
took it off my sheet.
Oh my
no.
lord. Fuck.
Sorry. We can blame that on my inspo.
No,
that was me.
So you shoot it and you electrify it, but not enough time to stop the explosion. You see that it does work, but unfortunately an 8 is obviously not enough. I think it's actually a 7.
No, it's a 1 and a 2. That's the 2. So yeah, it's a 6 and a 7.
Yes. So yeah, you try to do it, and again, it will work. The DC is not even that high; it's only 11. But the wheels were so unexpected that by the time your lightning fully kind of catches on to this iron rod, the wheels both explode. Valette, what was your action? Since you see one of them's gonna explode, was yours to retreat?
No, I'm gonna go towards this Flex and Bozo and try and pull him out of the way.
Okay, so Volk is just kind of flexing. Yeah, baby. Dex save to save him in time as Goldrak braces for the explosion. So you grab him, and he sees the will land, and his obsidian guard instincts kind of kick in. He looks at you and goes, You can't save me? And he spins. And he's on top of you now as the bulk of the explosion hits him. And this is going to be more damage than we want, but you're going to take half and then give me a con save to further reduce it. You don't have any special tricks up your sleeve at the moment.
Well, I do have my... Well,
Oh, you do have
if I
special-
can use a reaction also.
I mean, Declan used one, so sure.
Okay, so then yeah, I can...
Okay, well, you're only taking 20 at the moment, so of course you didn't make the con save, but you can further reduce that with your normal human body stuff.
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll take down by 8, so it's 12.
Yeah. Jessica looks back and kind of like roars, but double 41s onto her will destroy her.
Oh
The ship is suffering from a lot of injuries, but no fires, since it was like an explosion of force. As you see this, Cheezer, your storm rages so powerful that you benefit from if there was a natural storm coming, which I believe is an additional D10. But you want to walk us through that that godly rage or nature's rage?
Oh, absolutely. Kind of like just seeing Jessica become powdered and everything. You just almost see Chesarex, like the thorns start to kind of sprout from his body, and you just see his hair just kind of go straight back behind him. As you just see kind of like the smoke almost billowing from his own skin as something starts to smolder deep within and the clouds start to darken overhead. This is not going to end well for them. As you just see like just all pricklied up.
Okay, and the storm, as you control the clouds, they begin to split and swirl. You could see a massive aquatic portal in the air. A shadow form of a colossal creature staring down with the presence of a Titan Lord. His hand moves as though he's reaching into a bag of candy, and he lifts up 3 more whales. And Octavia screams, "Fire, Goldrak!" And knowing you guys have never seen the ship fire before, it's not able to position the cannon upwards yet, but the recoil pushes the ship 30 feet back as Dagobah chucks 6 more whales towards the ship. But all of them landing in front of the ship as Goldrak turns, slams onto the gun, holds it, whoosh, rocking the boat backwards. And as the whales rise up onto the surface and look at you all, Captain Octavia goes, "It seems our battle begins." Let's take a 10-minute break.
Oh, it's on.
welcome back to the stream. Apparently it's raining whale. In any case, our Cats of Kith has prepared himself to fend off the threats to the north. The whale's in a bit better shape for hitting the water. But not perfect shape. Let me do some damage to them. Before we do damage to them, let's roll everybody into initiative. Yeah, I think that should be everybody. Question mark. Let me know if I miss you for some reason.
Looks like 6.
Excellent. And then I'll put one of the guild hands to represent all the guild hands. Actually, I just had them all go on Octavia's turn. All the guild hand members, yeah. Remind me, because I'll say that and then I'll immediately forget. And let's throw these wheels in. Each of them are important for getting past your ship. So normally when I do group journeys, you know, I'll do one. But obviously each one of these is so essential with their mission. So they're all going to have their own individual turn. Hopefully it doesn't slow things down too much. You can already tell based on their objectives. So let me damage them. They're probably not going to fight you guys. They're already full speed swimming towards crucial parts of the ship to explode. Or to get past the ship towards the sail rack. Or we do anything though? If we do that fall damage to them. Can one of you guys roll me 3d10 twice? I just needed that advantage. I'll take them more to the damage of whales. Okay, so the whales will take the 21 damage each. And while I'm doing damage to them, Valette, I think you're first. Take your turn.
Did Volk, like, cover me with his body and, like, am I prone at this point?
Yeah, you're prone. And remember, he sustained most of the blast, so you only took 21 instead of the 40-something.
Valette feels no remorse for this, and she immediately shoves him off of her to the side.
Whoa, I wasn't making a move. I was trying to... Oh, you see his back is like... His beautiful pants are gone. His butt is exposed. I was just trying to take the explosion.
She doesn't even respond. She immediately turns to Goldrack. Like, she's in war mode. Like, she legitimately has no idea what the fuck she has gotten herself into, but she knows she needs to survive, and this is not the time for dumb bros flexing their ass muscles at her. So she's gonna turn to Goldrack. Can I assist?
He looks at you. Unless you can lift up the cannonballs. Shoot them. I can stock them. You just have to hit this circle here.
I am capable.
Hey, not. You can hold your action to launch the cannon. Because he has to do it on his turn, load them.
Perfect. Yep, that's what she's gonna do.
Are you happy with your position? As long as you're in these 9 boxes, you're fine. So anywhere in these 9 boxes if you don't want to be on top of somebody.
Actually, let me... I don't want to block anybody, but I can't really...
I mean, you can get up right here on this is the spot. In front of Goldrack or above him.
Okay, that's where she'll go then.
Excellent. As long as you're just close enough to smash that button, you're good to go.
Perfect.
Shen.
Looks to Petra. You going in?
She's going to try and stop them from at least getting through one side.
All right. Bonus action, I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
As you kind of see him kind of start to make the drumming rhythm of the war cry as a golden glow kind of emanates around you. And as that happens, a golden glow emanates around his hand as he holds his action to cast Enlarge.
Excellent. Petra.
Petra will set down these 2 guild hands that were her snake body had covered most of the explosion, so there's like flecks of all that killer whale debris. As she will look to them, get into positions. Petra will head them off.
They nod and immediately start securing their weapons. We'll take them down no matter what.
She will go off to the side and jump off the edge here, going into the water.
Excellent.
And with that, with her Cloak of the Manta Ray on, she has another additional 45 feet, which she will begin making her way up.
Make sure you rage before you leave my range.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Am I
Yeah, I think you're
beyond it
good
at
there.
this
I
point?
think you're good there, 30.
Okay.
Mhm.
And bonus action, we will take on the form of Ouroboros and increase our melee attack range.
As she grows, using her own energy, the energy, whatever color it kind of emanates of the smoke, the mist has this golden mist kind of wrap around it, and these two kind of almost like two dancing snakes that take the form of two Ouroboroses eating each other. And with that emanating smoke, she grows one more size.
I would like to reach over and grab one of these cannonballs. And let's see, was the improvised range?
Oh, well, their normal range, I guess that, well, improvised is standard. I'm pretty sure improvised weapons are 2060, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Improvised weapons.
So in Titan form, just base, I think, my range increases, distance of my thrown weapons is double, and then in beast form, I ignore disadvantage range.
That's 120. Max range of 120 right now, yeah.
Which I can hit that first whale up there.
Someone help me track the cannonballs so we don't get lost. There is as many you see on the map right now, 10, but I can't remove them from the map because they're a part of the map design.
So that will bring us to 8.
Yeah, he's about to
Oh,
toss the
sorry.
first one here.
I was gonna do a red line through.
Oh, yeah,
one each.
Yeah, why don't you do that then? She shot one earlier to avoid the fall, so there's two that are gone. Oh, Shenzo is tracking. My man.
So, I'm not proficient, so it's gonna be a d20 plus 4 on this throw. So I'm going to use my last inspo to roll this at advantage because
You
it's
do
really
have
cool
your-
right now.
Bardic.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
So we'll see. Ooh, 22.
A 22 will absolutely hit, and the damage on the cannonballs are 6d10 plus twice your strength modifier when thrown.
Oh my god.
Instead of the modifier that cannon usually gets, which is a flat 10. So you hit that mofo for 41 damage. It also has a forceful knockback, dragging them back 10 feet.
So everyone watches as Petra dives off the side of this boat, causing a crash of water. But Goldrax looks and sees one of his cannons, a huge Petra hand reaching over the edge, grabbing one, and then she does the kind of the baseball pitch position where she's aiming with one hand, and then with most of her body she spins and lobs that fucking cannonball with enough speed that almost is as fast as the cannon, but definitely not as fast, but blocks that whale and explodes.
Excellent. The ones that are being thrown as you kind of hit it, you can see that they can be thrown twice. So obviously once you reacquire it, but I put a cannonball on the map. I couldn't find a singular one. But if you eventually reacquire your ammunition, you'll be able to throw them one more time before they break fully.
Okay, you got it. But that is a hell of a turn, so I will end my go there.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever thrown a cannonball that big in D&D before, but well done.
Titan Barbarian, everyone.
Tran, you're up.
Well, Tram is not really equipped for stopping killer whales with bombs in the water. So he's gonna scan around it. Is this the only threat that is out there?
Well, when you look to the sky, you could see that the shadowed figure of the colossal titan is just staring towards the cell wreck. And remember, you did hear an explosion back then earlier. Unfortunately, it's also out of your reach at the moment.
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, back of his mind, he's expecting something coming from the flank side of the water onto the ship, probably while we're distracted by the stuff in front of us. So he's. Boy, what is he going to do?
Do you need your bonus action?
Not really.
If you want to make me an active perception or investigation, I can give you more info if there's anything beneath the water next to you. You don't have to, but it's an option. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, so there's a big fucker actually underneath the water not too far from you guys, slowly rising up. Very big fucker. I'm gonna put it on the map, guys, but it's still 60 feet under the water. I don't know how you figured it out, Tram, but you just fucking figured it out.
Probably saw the bubbles rising to the surface.
Still 60 feet under the water, and it's zooming up slowly, but yes.
All right. Well, Tram is just going to yell out, "Captain! Bogey to the side!" He's gonna point down in the direction of that thing to try and at least get some attention in its direction.
She nods and she looks. Malamasha, load up the big ones. He smiles. He pulls out this golden case of bullets, and there's only 3 in there. He takes 2 of them and loads them into a gun. Bullet! Catch! He tosses the 3rd golden bullet towards Villet, and these are like this thick ball of a bullet. Give me a sleight of hand as it's thrown your way. Excellent. You're able to catch this bullet. And this is probably the most beautiful bullet you've ever seen, even though it's just a circle of gold. There's something about it seems special.
Okay. She just nods and thank you.
And the captain shouts, I don't know if I'll have enough strength alone with Goldrak, but I'm going to use my tentacles to point the cannon towards the sky after we take a shot at the whales. If we can hit the Titan Lord, maybe that'll disrupt his concentration. She looks around. Well, it's a democracy, right? Do you like the plan or not? He wants to know immediately, like Chisarak, Malamasha, Shen, Declan, people that are close by to hear her.
Don't exactly enjoy the idea of having whales rained on us.
But she's not sure if it'll work, so she wants to make sure everyone's on board with this idea that she's risking.
Tram shouts out, "Do it!"
Go for it.
And he's gonna cast Bless as his action.
Excellent. Who are you blessing?
Captain Octavia. He's gonna bless himself because God knows what this creature's gonna do.
Oh, yeah.
And oh, well, Goldrak's the one shooting the big boy, so put it on him too.
It's a 30-foot range.
Oh, it is 30, you're right.
You have to do some moving around.
Hey, you do have
Yeah,
movement.
I've got some movement. I can come up to the edge here at least
Okay, so they'll be able to get that on their checks.
and get back to the rail.
Yeah, the cannon is an attack roll, so that'll help him out greatly. Malamasha loads up the golden bullets. Looks sound. Point exactly where he is, and this will find its mark.
Give her the direction. For the bubbles. In the shadow.
He points and she yells, I know you saw me throw that bullet to Villette earlier, right? She'll remember that.
I'm sure she will.
She points her gun down there. She pulls the trigger in the general direction, and a beam shoots out. It is the length of a lightning bolt, except it does radiant damage. So it's going to do 8d6 of radiant as she shoots it down there. But it's also an attack roll, so it could potentially crit, but it could also miss.
She'll be glad to know that Valette is looking. Like, because she doesn't know what the hell the gold bullet does, so she's trying to figure out. So she's watching. She's looking.
Okay, I'm going to do a regular attack roll, but it is 8d6 lightning that could potentially double or miss, so we'll see. She pulls out her dick and shoots.
Does she have a grit?
Does she have a what?
Is she a gunslinger?
Oh no, she's not a gunslinger.
Okay.
She shoots down there. Luckily, it'll still do half on its miss, but it will not do its normal damage or more. Let's roll that damage out. It's a 14 radiant. I think I got it. She loads up her second one. Come on. And then she looks at Tram. It was worth both golden bullets, right?
Yes, very much
Valette
so.
looked away after the first shot. She was like, oh, that was unimpressive, and had already gone back to waiting to hit the button.
And then it hits him for 30.
Yeah, when you're not looking, she smiles. Now
Yep.
impress her and sees you looking away. Oh no! So it's in for another 30 radiant damage. Doing a sizable chunk of its HP. He's sweating a little bit and goes, all I had was 3. But don't worry, I've got regular bullets too. The first killer whale is up, and it is going to surprise dash its body with its real attack. That's going to be 120 feet. It's going to just swim under its buddy. And yeah, it's going to get right there, exactly what you mentioned. It's fastest route towards the ship. It doesn't seem to explode yet. You think it wants to get at least center mass to hit more people, but it's debating on it exploding. Or someone's giving it orders when to explode. We're not sure just looking at it. But that's as far as it gets on the dash. Tembi lifts up her spell book. You said lightning, right, Declan?
Yes, we need to hit as many as we can before they get a chance to explode.
On it. And she is going to... How many third level slots does she have? Let's see. Can be 2. Oh, nice. Yes, I knew I put lightning bolt on her sheet. All right, she does have a lightning bolt. 100 feet line. She does have little dwarf legs, though. Let's see what we can get. Okay. So seeking difficult terrain up here to get to here to make a line. Oh no, she's not gonna be able to get more than one no matter what.
She
Can hold.
We could, but we don't know when this is gonna explode. She needs a clear line. She can't be standing behind the cannonballs. All right, she's gonna get up here and shoot her lightning bolt.
Could you jump onto Petra's back?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. She doesn't have movement when she gets here. That's 10, 20. She's got 5 feet of movement. I'll have her do an athletics check. If she fails, Petra keeps a reaction to get her on your back if she fails.
Okay.
Make up for the feet she doesn't have. Hold on, I'm taking that sheet off. Whisper toggle. Oh. So you can expend your reaction to grab her if you want.
Okay.
All right, you're able to secure her onto your shoulder, and she will release the first bolt. Does she want to wait? But we don't know if they're going to explode at the bottom of the order, the top of the order. Are you guys want to risk it or definitely disable the first one?
Well, I mean, they definitely have to close distance to even risk the boat, and the others have yet to move. So, I mean,
We have any other voices?
my
feel
vote's just
like-
to blast it.
Yeah, my vote's just to see if this even works.
Okay, 2-1. If we have any more in support of Declan,
We've got Shen also, or not Shen, Cheshire Axe. Might be able to do something.
Yeah, but
about the
he's
one.
also he's last, so
Alright. We're just focused. We just need the one right now.
yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's group decision. We don't know if at the end of the order the front one might explode or if they're gonna go different routes. They can dive
Vanilla
too.
strategy.
Yeah. So this one opens up his palms, catching some of the lightning, stealing some of the lightning from Shizarak's storm. And thematically, she tells you, Shizarak, send the boat down towards me. In order to catch the lightning as you summon it down. He catches the lightning, you toss it there, and then Zeus's it out onto the battlefield against this one. All right. Get more. You tighten your fist. The whale fails, taking all 35 damage. You can see as it takes the lightning damage, its stomach begins to bulge. And as its stomach begins to bulge, the toxic from the bomb mutates the whale. But rendering its explosion moot. But this is really good information, as the whale seems to take on a different appearance entirely.
Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay, where's the standing order? He's 15. Okay. And that's all she wrote. That whale is dead, but it does come back something else as this creature looks at the battlefield. And Tempe turns down.
Alright. Declan hops onto the railing over here using his climb speed. Swings by with a enchantment in hand and lays his palm onto Petra. Imbuing her with the power of the blue dragon. Able to exhale electricity at her whim. Remember, the ones that haven't mutated yet are probably the biggest. Don't let them get close.
We won't let them get even remotely close to anyone.
And he will, let's see. That is a bonus action to do that. I guess while here, the undead whale, is it submerged or is it on top?
Enough to count. It's some of its body's on top, but it's essentially enough.
So firebolt would be effective.
Yeah, it would be effective, but he would be resistant.
Alright, then I will hit the exposed part on the surface. Let's see here. Firebolt.
Do you have more movement or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got 25 minutes, so I can come on over here.
Okay. Yeah, just because if you put a line here, there's 3 cannonballs in here.
Right. Okay.
All right, you shoot him with the bolt. Give me that damage.
Or 11.
Hey, you do see that it doesn't seem as effective as you'd like, but it definitely hurts his stick.
And then he will retreat back. I was 15 out, so 10 back. We'll do that.
All right, there's a joke in there that this guy's scaling the balls, but we'll worry about that later. All right, this one's gonna also dash out. What's the command? Is it just right clicking it?
For what?
You show the movement of your to measure while you're moving it though.
Yeah, just left click and hold, and then right click to drop pins, basically.
All right, so this one's gonna move flanking the other side because obviously you got some AoEs. This one comes up as far as it can on a dash. This one dive and it's under the ship. I'll put a symbol, but you can just kind of see its natural course as it goes full speed straight ahead. And I will use the wing symbol, but in this case it'll be negative 10 feet under the boat. Is there a down symbol actually? I think there is. Well, we're all tracking that they're not fucking flying. I mean, they were flying before, but anyways. The ancient serpent surfaces, realizing that it's no longer hidden. It reaches the top of the waves in a single movement and rises up, its head slowly breaking the water and rising well above this end of the ship. It looks down onto all of you and it goes to bite Malamasha, but this guild hand jumps in the way and gets bit instead. A 31 will connect. The guild hand survives, but just barely, as it takes 16 piercing, 7 cold. It almost missed the guild hand's 30 AC. It does not pierce on the bite. No, it doesn't. I mean, not pierce. It does not grapple on the bite. It does pierce. All right, so it bites, and then it will do a tail attack. As it chomps on the guild hand, it spins its tail, raking against the guild hand's side, finishing it off. I need a dex save from Malamasha and Tram as it's sent flying straight down the aisle. 15 will be enough to avoid it entirely. It's all or nothing. Not enough. He gets nervous. She keeps staring back towards Valette, and the body rams against her for 10 bludgeon. Fuck. And then she looks at the guild hand that's dead, and in the fiction, she just starts shooting. Die! Captain! He looks at the captain as he loads the gun. Shoot forward or up. You just send the first fire down. All right. He takes his action to load the thing before he prepares to lift it up. He tells you, Valette, fire. We're going to extend the bless put on to Goldjack since you're firing this first shot onto you, Valette, as he kind of helped you with your angle.
So what am I rolling for firing this big old gun?
We're going to say that it's a gun. Gunslinger is proficient in all guns, so it counts. So give me your normal roll. It's just the damage is gonna be dramatically larger if you hit. Grit, please.
Yeah, let's just kidding. Oh God.
Okay, you add your bless to that.
Which is a D4.
It is.
Oh yeah.
So the damage you're gonna roll, which is going to be manual, is 6d10 plus 10. 6d10 plus 10. That's 47. Which one of these whales are you hitting? So the ones that are unfortunately slightly past your cannon, you can't target. But you can target these three out here.
I feel like I would have let Goldrak choose who we're hitting. Like he's taking orders from the captain, so he's aiming us. I'm just hitting the button.
Okay. Group decision. Finish off this whale. Maybe take out a different one or really injure a different one.
Injured.
My vote's finished off the one.
Okay. 47 will be enough. This whale has 42 health. So you take the shot, he angles it up for you, and bless, hashtag always. This whale is about to dive to get to safety. And as it jumps in the sky, leaps out of the water to dive, your shot ripples right through its body.
Bullseye, got him. Great aim.
Well done.
It's like this is the most excitement. Like if anybody like overhears this, like this is the most emotion Blood's ever shown. She's like over the moon.
All right, Goldrak, you see him action surge and put another cannonball inside the massive cannon. And then he uses his movement to walk towards the middle. And he bends his knees and he grabs onto the bars and he starts trying to lift it up. Have him do a strength saving throw. It'd be impossible for him to do it alone, but we need to see how much he's going to assist Octavia.
Well, that's 100% in love with Goldrak. Like, this man, his dreams come true.
Okay, he does have the bless, and he is extremely good at strength. Being a giant, even though he didn't roll too hot this time. That's it. By the way, guys, we got that 15 with a 2 on the die. Oh, I forgot he had this. Survivor. So he gains 10 at the start of his turn. Wait, no, it's only because fewer than 93, never mind. Alright, we're gonna do that D4 bless. Solid 19. He begins to lift up the cannon, getting it onto his shoulders. His back is breaking. He's like, ah, Captain, on it. Octavia lifts up her weapon, her ghost light. She kisses it. Come on, Lux, together. Tentacles of the sea, change our tides. Let us show the Titan Lord along for this ride. And she drops the anchor into the ship, and as it grows to a huge proportion, you're scared that it'll break right through the ship, but when it hits, the ghostly anchor goes right through it entirely, just phasing through it. And then it looks like nothing happened. She folds her hand and goes, "We've got this." And her ring begins to glow. Kraken, rise! And tentacles spew out from the depths, and each of them grasp onto the side of this massive cannon and begin to lift it up. I'm using tentacles, the Kraken stats, which is going to be for the lift, and it'll be a saving throw, which will be plus a D4. Graham, while I go ahead and get the Kraken, can you give me the D4 for Bless?
Sure.
Oh god damn, that Kraken is a 17 on the strength save. I guess that's why we can let this ridiculously massive fucking thing. It'll be a 34 plus 4, 38, assisting Goldrak's 19, and then they get the cannon pointed all the way the fuck up towards the portal. And you see that Captain Octavia begins to sweat really hard, because it's not a true Kraken, it's a spectral ghost of one, but it has its physical stats, but not its other capabilities. As it lifts up the cannon, looks like she's completely concentrating on this. And she looks to Shizak. I won't be able to move while my Kraken's out, but hopefully it'll get us what we need. Guild hands. Roll in.
I got your back.
Thank you. And you see the guild hands pull out their double blades, each of them. They spin around and look really cool. And before launching off the side of the ship, and all of them stabbing a bunch of times into the serpent. Obsidian guard, let's roll! And they launch in the sky, stab, 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 a whole bunch of times. Let's see how many hit. Yield Hundo. Each of them are getting 2 attacks. One, 2, 3. So each of them, literally each of them hit once. Why is that important that each of them hit once?
They're rogues.
Exactly. So it's actually perfect that they each hit once. All right, let's add these bad boys up, motherfuckers. $44 damage onto the serpent. So they jump onto the back and they cut, they slice into the fins. One of them penetrates the skin, then the other one gets beneath it, stabbing into it. The final good hand goes, looks like we're eating good tonight. She spins around and chops off a bit of its, right above its eye, its fleshy bits, trying to cut its eye, but unable to blind it, dealing a massive 44 damage. All right, Octavia smiles. Cannons pointed up. Millette, when you get a chance. You're probably our best shot at the moment. Fire!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Another one heads beneath the wave. You can see them looking back towards the sail rack, or at least zooming past the sail rack. Volk, I can't have everyone showing me up. I got to do something. And he has this middle realization that he wants to prove himself. Do you guys want him to assist with the serpent, or we think that those 5 in the back got it plus Shen? Or do we want him to start on this undead wheel?
I think the whale's a bigger threat. Personally.
Trying to make up for it. Wonder if they'll be able to see my ass. And Volk runs forward.
Oh yeah, it's there.
He's his special spot is showing. He also has the climb speed. You wonder if him and Declan have the same birthrights.
Yeah. Makes sense that he has a wolf though, because he's really a fan of the full moon.
Oh yeah. Okay, inspo. You see him roll forward. Yes, Naruto style. Like most characters in Shippuden, got no love after OG Naruto ended. He shoots forward, spinning into the creature, rapiding, slashing, slamming, before reappearing at holding on to one of these bars. Do a dex save. Creature fails. Taking 21 damage, thank you. Volk looks around. It's my ass in 3D. Or is it 360? One of those two. This whale is dead. Chizarax. Lightning time.
It is. Quick question. So thematically, could he shoot his lightning bolt just to the side of the boat, but hit both these killer whales since they're within 5 feet of each other?
Yeah, so you have to choose a point you can see normally. You can't see under the ship.
He'll make a dive
To go see him, but I just want to see if like it's worth it if he can still hit him with the lightning bolt.
I would say at an angle, if you can see them, absolutely.
Perfect.
I would let it kind of shoot through the side vessel, hitting between them.
Then you're just gonna see Chester after seeing those other 2 killer whales come underneath. Captain, gotta take care of the boat, and you're just going to see him like run up to the side and like, come on, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, and you just see him almost like pencil dive, like really awkwardly off to the side, and just land in the water so that he can look at these two whales right underneath the boat. Yeah. First, he sets his jar of dirt and his moss down. No, the dirt's coming with. He needs that with him right now, if anything. And he will do his shoot lightning, 4d10. So
Hey, it's just jar dirt down. Don't go to the jar dirt.
one more d10.
24, okay.
Yep, DC 16 dex.
Alright, the lightning, because of the additional damage, is enough to proc its biochemical explosion, destroying both the bomb and converting these into undead whales.
You see him look sad, but relieved that he was able to at least get the bombs disarmed.
Would something like Bullseye work on a... I mean, it's the same thing. It's just bigger, right?
Yeah, it's still a gun.
Perfect. So that's what we're going with. And she's going to smash the button. And we're shooting at the portal this time, so this is for big business.
Okay, I'll still have you give you that D4. You're shooting at Titan Lord, so I might need it too, but that's just allegedly.
And you got it.
We got more. So you shoot the explosion up there. Give me the damage. 6d10 plus 10.
Ooh, weak sauce.
34. Did you put? No, 34. Okay. So you shoot it. As you all kind of look up, you see Dagobah like grab a few more whales, and his shadow again. He's just kind of like this dark figure. Looks over, and as he looks over, the cannonball cracks him right in his forehead. He stumbles back in the image of him up there, and as he stumbles back and drops the whales, you see that they don't make it out of the portal. They kind of slam on the side of it and fall down. And you can literally, from his massive size, you can literally hear a shake up there in the sky. And the sky looks like it cracks briefly before the portal disappears. Good job.
Fuck yeah.
The real objective was hitting that 22 armor clad. You just made a shot at 600 feet in the sky. Now that's fucking impressive.
Hell yeah.
Because the maximum range of the cannon.
Like, she is just beaming. Like, she is like looking at Goldrack for serious, I called him Gundrak, whatever. Goldrack for serious approval because she feels very proud of herself.
He's happy he's not breaking his back and earned that retirement home early for nothing. As he looks up at you. Well done.
She just smiles and nods.
Shit.
Okay. Kaishin will look to Malamisha, who's kind of having a bit of anxiety, and she would just see coming up from the ground, from the wood, growing from the wood almost, is a beautiful black flower that the petals dissipate into dust, and its scent is like this calming lavender like scent that calms her nerves for but a moment as he gives her a bardic inspiration. As without any words, she feels Kaishen's presence next to her.
He looks at you.
Kaish,
That's my man.
Kaishen leaps up in the air and hops down, and again, these branches kind of come out from the wood in the ship, and this time they would wrap around Octavia's hand that has her guild ring, and it almost will look like a second hand made of branches kind of holds onto her own hand. We got this. I'll show you what it means to be Obsidian myself. And he kind of gives a little cheeky nod as he casts Fortune Favors the Bold.
Sweat runs down her face. You think she's feeling every weight of that cannon. You're doing just pretty, Chen. Keep it up. Pietra.
All right.
Also,
Alright.
I think we're at 4 shot. I could be wrong though.
You shot one. One was thrown, and then one was shot up into the sky. Another one hasn't been loaded yet.
You also did you count? You counted the whale?
We shot a second one at the dead whale.
So it would be 4 total.
Yeah, we've used 4.
2 at the whale, 1 thrown. Oh no, that's right. The second one on the whale was the thrown one.
Did you count the one that moved the ship back? The initial.
It's 4.
No. Okay. Yeah, I didn't count the initial. All right.
All right, noise. Hey, check you up. Good to go.
All right. Petra's gonna look to Tembi. Hold on and hold your breath.
Grabs. Roger.
And we're going to dive under the ship.
The 2 undead whales are just staring at you when you dive under.
Yep, I'll be taking an opportunity from 2 of them, I think.
Right, they will obviously mindlessly bite whoever gets in their range.
Armor class 16 at the moment.
Both of them miss you.
Okay. Just swirling around the both of them and then re-submerging here. Bonus action, she will Dragon's Breath this killer whale in front of her.
Excellent.
As she's going to direct Timby to do a lightning bolt on this one, and then we take out all the current explosive ones, potentially.
Nice.
So, Declan, can you roll me the Dragon's Breath?
Oh, yes, I can do that for you. 1 second. Dragon's Breath. Here we go.
As long as it's more than 5, which should be easy to do. Good. But you get a
14,
dex save for half, right?
Right.
If it's half, it'll be 7. Okay, so we don't need to worry about it because that will cause a chemical reaction to destroy them. Replace it with an undead whale.
Okay. That was my bonus action, and with all these whales in the water with me, I'm going to take the dodge action.
I think exhaling the breath is an action, not a bonus action.
Yeah. So, but yeah, doing that is an action.
Okay, then I've done my part.
Yeah, just casting the spells and bonus. All right, what you do, stop in yet another explosion. Ram.
Tram's gonna focus on the threat in front of him. He's got a shield out. He pulls out the Nightfall Saber. Takes a step back from the railing. I've had better ideas. And he's gonna run and jump and slash at this thing.
I'm also as you come running in here. Gives you a lift with her hands and helps the momentum tossing you when you jump. Advantage in your first attack. That hits.
I will smite on that one.
Good idea, friend.
Let's do a first level on this one.
I'm gonna ride. 15 damage on the first one, second one hits.
Yeah. And he's gonna smite that one too.
Oops. $17, got you. Alamasha, I don't got any more golden bullets, but I've got more bullets. Did she? No, she didn't have bless, right? Okay.
No, she didn't.
Bardic.
Oh, she's bardic, good. So she'll absolutely use it on the first one.
Roll a D8.
Yay.
I'll roll for you.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, that will turn a miss into a hit, which is awesome. And she will hit twice. Oh, real good damage. Wait, did I do her damage correctly? I did. I thought her modifier was too much. But she has sure-footed mastery. As you see that, she's got the perfect stance. From years of using the... Never mind.
Hold it between our legs.
Yeah. These legs don't shake. Even though they're like noodles on Valettes around. Map is hard. What is that? 29, 30, 32? Okay. The serpent's looking really tired and worn. It won't last much longer. This well is up and you see its body glows as smoke just kind of puffs out of its open pores and skin and fleshy bits as it tried to explode at the start of its turn, but it was unable to. So you see it swim towards the easiest target right now, which is unfortunately Pietro. As it failed its kamikaze assault.
All right, let's go.
Ooh. It heard you say that because I got a natural 20.
All right, let's do this.
You are raging, luckily.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt a little bit. Alright, 5 more, so 17. Okay, hold on. 37, then you have whatever that is in that.
Okay, so that's 18.
18, alright, so it bites you for 18. Luckily, these guys do not have multi-attack, just one really big bite, hit or miss. And as it chops onto your shoulders, its teeth sinks in, it just kind of remains there. Tammy's like a battle launcher lightning bolt. She goes, "You need my help." She starts pointing her hand towards the undead whale next to you.
Get the last one.
Turns. You're right, we can't risk it exploding. He shoots her lightning bolt at it. Some of the residual energy kind of shocking her body a little bit. Ah!
Stay strong. We shall see through this day.
Which will meets the threshold, even on half. Get rid of that one. Bring in our final undead whale. Is it initiative 10? Okay. Gotta wipe sweat off her head. Wait, she's underwater. She doesn't wipe anything off her head. Second, you're up.
Seeing the beast wear down, he leaps back over the railing to get back on the boat, and fires begin to coalesce in his hands before he launches it for a fireball on the serpent, exploding it behind.
Okay.
Hopefully that's enough.
We can pray. All right, you see that it sustains. Surviving. You can't take another one of those, so you're certain of that.
Well, I can't double barrel. Alright, so that was what? That's a 20. Alright, we will come back over here. Actually, no, we'll leave it at that.
And let's hope our hashtag queen, hashtag mommy, back from under the thunder thighs or thunder tail, not get murdered. The undead whales are just chomping in on you as they attempt to explode but are unable to.
I'm doing my job.
Oh my god, another
Didn't
freaking
you
crit.
dodge?
Oh no.
No, I couldn't. I used my action.
That's right.
Yeah, and I just freaking crit you again. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm not one though, so everybody calm down.
Okay, thank you.
This whale. Yeah, does he have enough gains to get somebody? Yeah, he sees Caesar shot him with that lightning. He's back, we're spreading some love. Not the kind you like though. And this one rolls right up to you and attempts to bite you. A 22 will surely connect. All right, 23 piercing. That hurts. Well, you survived. That's good.
Concentration though.
Yeah, DC 11 concentration.
All right.
It's 23 piercing sinks into your shoulder. You're able to easily maintain your spell, the fury of losing Jessica on your side. The ancient sea serpent is full of regrets. It shakes its body, but pulling in whatever conviction it has left to destroy all of you. It musters up its breath weapon to flood the entire vessel. As it shakes its body, and he goes on it, which is the guild hands and Tram, to make either a strength saving throw or an athletics or acrobatics check, all pertaining to maintaining your balance. $15. Let's see if that's enough. I'll just have it do a raw strength. See if it gets you guys off. It does. Do you have your reaction?
I do.
You can grab onto the side of the boat, or you can go deeper into the water since you see it is about a breath weapon that direction. But just kind of launching your body once you start falling your direction you want.
Yeah, I don't mind the water.
All right, so you launch yourself to the left, about anywhere you want, 15 feet to the left. And now the guild hands to make the save too. What is their best skill? I'll have to use their decks. They're not skilled in it. Okay. Two of them maintain their footing and the other one joins you. I'll be right next to you. Which is good because this breath weapon washes over the rest of the vessel. And this is going to hurt. It is a 60-foot cone. Oh yeah, okay. I think you might hit Valette too. Grab the cone. Fairly certain.
She might get lucky.
Yeah, that's why I'm grabbing that thing, because she might be on the edge of it.
Yeah, it's a close call. I think it's like 45 on the diagonal.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too.
Let's just let the dying girl not die.
Don't worry, everybody feels that way. Oh no, I think it's gonna actually.
It's all right. I'll take it like a woman.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna hit her.
Oh yeah,
it's slightly bigger than this too. But it hit 60 on its face.
Does it hit the undeads too?
Well, they're under the ship, so it wouldn't hit them.
Oh, don't. Yep, got it.
Yeah, so I need everyone that's in this AoE, and it goes further, but not far enough to get Goldrak to make the save. Oh, hold on, what is the save?
Shishrax would be immune, I guess, if he's being bitten down below.
Well, Caesarax again. Caesarax, you are safe from it as well, because you're below.
Okay, yeah, I figured I'm in the water. Okay.
Oh, it's a con save. I'll make one for Mala.
1 second.
It looks extraordinarily potent, pal.
If Valette wishes, sorry, Octavia. If Octavia wishes, she can choose to have me make a charisma save at advantage.
See what her con is. Her con is 8. Do you think she fares better with you, or
8?
you also have
I'm plus
advantage?
7
She
with
doesn't.
advantage.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
plus 7 with advantage. So
So
it's,
you're-
but she is plus 8 with bless.
Oh yeah, fuck this.
Her goal.
What does advantage equate to? 4.5 though, right?
Yeah, it's plus or
Yeah.
minus 5.
I think I'll let it be your
It's
call.
either
50-50 right now.
maybe what I'll say. Maybe she can use it for her concentration. So I believe she has a concentration going.
Oh, she has a concentration check coming up. That's true.
So maybe she can use the advantage for the concentration, and she can try to save for the advantage.
Okay, so she'll save for this herself, and then you'll do the concentration. Okay. Pick her sheet, put it public real quick. Always forget that part. Captain Octavia. She gets a 2, unfortunately, on the die. So she's taking all the damage. Luckily, she resists cold damage.
Shut blast, but probably not enough.
Oh man, we probably. Did you have 11 hit
I'm gonna
points? Shen, you probably shouldn't have made the save.
I'm. Oh, is I mean, it should.
I'm gonna burn an inspo.
I will let you know that it's more than 40 damage.
More than 40 damage.
Yeah, not a lot more, but it's more than 40.
Then I need to make the save.
Okay. It is 45 cold damage, folks. Captain Octavia is resistant, but also Shen, you're resistant to it as well. While you're in.
Am I resistant?
While you're in Captain Octavia's aura, yes.
Okay, then I don't die outright.
Oh God, was that? Oh man, Jeez.
If it hit 40, I would have died outright.
I didn't realize that's what you were mathing earlier. I thought you had some other shit. Thank God. Sweet baby Jesus. All right, so then
45.
you're taking half. Yeah, it's 45, or if you made the save, which is the DC 18, you're taking half.
Unfortunately, she also fails the concentration. Then
She does.
I only roll a 12.
All right.
Actually-
good.
If since the constant. No, I already used my inspo. Never mind. We're good.
Did she get a bardic?
No.
No, Malamasha had it. Oh, which she's the only one that needs to make the save still.
No, didn't Malash make the 19?
Oh yeah. My bad. All right, so she made it, taking only half, which is great. So that is going to be 23. Oh, 22, right? 22? Yeah, 22. So the wave swoops over the battlefield, and she takes 22 because she's resistant. Octavian looks down at the Shen, and she thinks about suspending her spell so she can help him. But she thinks of the words he said in her ear. No, this is what must be done. Now, Tram, you missed the bulk of it, but unfortunately, the Sea Serpent is going to have advantage against you as you're flailing about in the water.
You do a swim speed.
You do have a swim speed. Oh yeah, so he won't have advantage on you. He swings his tail down to crush your body. Oh, thank God he did not have advantage against you. That would have been a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
But the tail does miss you, but I do need from both of you another strength save as the tidal waves try to push you off course. Okay, Guild Hand strength save. Guild Hand makes it? Yeah, 18, okay. You get blown off course 30 feet directly away from the creature as the wave kicks you up, but you don't take any damage. And this guy gets pushed only about 10 feet. The serpent then really injured dives. It's full speed under the water. But holding on to it desperately are those guild hands that made it, that survived the check. Odrak looks and he says to Valette, "You alive up there?" Fuck. He drops the cannon, and you see Octavia drop to her knees holding this fucking billion-ton cannon up. But she manages this. He gets to sweat. Captain, hold. He runs over here. He scoops up Valette. He opens up his chest piece, and he puts her inside his plate armor and closes it. This is usually used for damn our enemies, but tonight it will be our salvation. And he puts you inside his chest piece. My costume can protect the soul. Goldrak is a large Mokoma.
Whoa.
You are now in his costume. With that said, with his actual action, what does he do? I think for now he'll also, you know what? So you only get one item interaction. He's also going to pocket Shen for now to protect the two of them from further explosions and stuff. Captain nods. That's what he will do this turn. Use an action to get the second one. The whale's going to bite you, Petra. They're pretty dumb. So even though this one got bolted earlier, you're far bigger, and this is the size battle right here.
Yeah, I mean, I can take it. She can't.
That's also true. 17 question mark.
That is currently my armor class.
For 20 piercing, brought down to 10.
Still hurts.
Oh, you're no longer enlarged.
Oh. He's a little bit closer to melee range, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's Tempest just like looks smaller now. I mean, larger now. The captain goes and he lowers the cannon slowly before whipping the whales on Petra. All three of them are getting whipped. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do 3d20s. Okay. With the Kraken's impressive modifier, the 3 and the 17 will both hit.
Whoa.
These guys only have armor class of 13. Now we're gonna Kraken whip them. The Kraken's tentacle strike is 3d6 plus 10 a pop. That is going to do 25 and 23. Onto two of them. And then the guild's hands holding on to the serpents. You can just see her clawing her way up. Luckily, she's got an ally to qualify for sneak attack. She gets to the top of his fins, just pulling against the waves onto its slippery body. And then she lifts up her dagger, and her and the other guild hand attempt to finish this creature off. Nice! All of them missing except for the final attack, which is a critical hit. So the first one lifts up the dagger to stab it, but unfortunately, from the momentum of the waves and the creature's movement speed, she flies off, flailing into the sea. The other one tries to catch her, but is unsuccessful. Turns back, and just before equally getting pulled off, stabs as hard as it can into the head of the creature, or getting flung into the abyss, killing this creature. Because it only has 11 hit points, doubling the sneak, and one of these dice will definitely kill it. The guild hands show that even though they're the lowest ranked, they're here to play. This whale goes ahead and joins the feast on Caesarax.
Oh. Open it like kindling.
14 question mark?
Nope, that's a miss.
Excellent. Volk is up. Please, 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 D6, please. Oh. I'm coming! Jumps in the water on back of this whale. Stabs down twice. Wolf claw! Recklessly. Wait, he didn't need the reckless. Forgot it's a wolf. He's got both options.
Woof.
Wow. Okay.
Woof.
He howls. Oh!
Hmm.
We're gonna do this obsidian style. Choose that X.
Since he's getting pulled from side to side, yeah, he's gonna get attacked if he tries to swim away, so he's just gonna, yeah, he's just gonna try and do more lightning damage since he's got two of them right where he wants them, so he can get both of them at least.
Okay. So these two next to you, but you're just kind of shooting on the other side of them.
Pretty much. Yeah, just enough so that he's not gonna get zapped.
All right, it angles into the side of the boat, just barely missing it, and it launches right over here and hits both of them. The next save's coming up. One of them manages to make it, but the other one fails.
And yeah, there's no seaweed floating around that's big enough for him to kind of absorb into, right?
I would let you swoop into the ship and the ruler cool it.
That is absolutely what he's gonna do. He would probably be on the lowest deck then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I would probably have you in the middle deck or something.
Yep. So he's just gonna zap him, and then you're just gonna see him just kind of fade through, and on the middle deck then. Here.
Sure. You see the good doctor waiting in the middle of the ship. Are there?
Oh.
Are you in need of help?
Quite a bit. And you'll see like hold up, and you just see like whole bite marks, like things are missing that would totally kill someone else. But he's kind of like, there's a lot of holes. Ugh.
And how are they faring up top? Do they need me? Don't want to show my hand until I'm absolutely needed.
It's not great. It's not terrible though. I know there's a few dead up there. How are you with monstrosities?
If it's still alive, it can be saved. Otherwise, we need Lily, of course.
Yeah, I think we have most of them.
Nods. Well, then come here, boy. Let me help you.
Definitely would come in to kind of get help.
Hey, you,
Yeah,
can
we'll spend feet.
you can expend any number of hit dice you want when he touches you,
Oh,
speeding up your natural regenerative properties. Akin to you taking several rests, several days, in a moment, in the breath's time. And he stabs you with the needle, pops a pill in your mouth, slaps you with a towel on your behind, but you don't think that part was needed, even though he tells you that's the most important part of the procedure.
I mean, if you say so, Doc, I trust you. Might as well do one more.
And EOT.
Okay. Let death saving throw. He's dying in there. He's dying in there. Shen and Valette. Well, actually, I was gonna ask, but this is easy. I want you guys to be in the action since initiative is already so long. Valette, would you like to run Malamasha? I issue her sheet, and Shen, can you want to manage Tembi?
I can do my best. Yeah.
Okay, Malamasha is pretty simple. Point, shoot.
Okay. I think I can manage that.
And if you need to find a sheet, you can shift, double click the token, and you'll be able to open up Malamasha's sheet. Let me know if that works for you, and you click on her token. Shen, you already know that, I'm sure. I'm assigning you now. Great job. You should be assigned to Tembi's sheet. You have all her spells, etc. I have not been reducing her spells. She's got 2 less third level spells, of course.
Birds.
Yeah, and I've got her sheet.
Excellent, excellent. Alrighty, so you guys are done for now, but when they come up in the order, take those turns. Petra.
All right. Right now is to buy for time. So we're going to use our dodge action. As Petra is going to look to Tembi. She will take the brunt of it. You will knock them down. And with her bonus action, she will activate her Crimson Crawler. So her AC goes up by 1. So it gives them temporary hit points, which are really valuable right now, and make a singular claw attack at the injured undead whale. Ugh.
Let me check because
I have a bardic.
You have a bardic, okay.
8. 17.
That easily connects. He's doing the northern one, right?
Yep. For 12 piercing, and it's grappled and restrained.
Excellent.
Well, I think it's actually too big, actually.
Well, it's one size larger than you. Does the item itself have a size restriction?
Larger, smaller. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's
yeah.
just not, it's not grappled. But damage done, I am a little bit more defensive. EOT.
Tram, aren't you happy you jumped in that water?
Yeah. I mean, the alternative was probably die, so sure.
A legend.
Right. I don't think there's anything exciting. He's gonna be swimming as best he can. He sees the Giltans took out the serpent, so that threat's taken care of. Here's a lot of thrashing happening to the north of him. He's Petra surrounded, so he's gonna head that way. He's going to action dash to get there and basically get back to back with Petra and put up a shield, try to provide a little bit of defense, maybe grab some attention.
This skilled hand is following you. He didn't take his turn. He was going to do whatever you did, so he dashes with you.
Alright.
Malamasha or Colette. Take your turn.
All right, we are going to shoot at the one closest to Valette now, because that seems like what her interest would be.
Of course.
And she gets 2.
Yeah, 2 shots. These guys are under the boat, so if you want to shoot them, you got to get to this side and point down.
Oh, fuck. I keep forgetting.
No worries.
I'm going to blame it on COVID.
You're fine. You're fine. Just positioning why you got to expend that movement, but you can definitely shoot them. So you get the edge of the ship and point down and you shoot. The first one hits. And the second one hits. Excellent.
Nice.
You putting both of these into the top one or to the bottom one?
I was going to do the top one, but I think coming around and seeing line of sight better, it would be this one, the top one.
Okay.
Further away.
You shoot him. She looks. Oh, Valette knows I'm saving her life.
I was gonna say she definitely looks around for Valette, not realizing she's literally in a costume.
Yeah, Volleyball stats have some of the best artwork. All right, yeah, you shoot down. The whales activate. This one's going to bite Tram, who just swam up with impressive speed. Especially now that Petra's not massive, the same size as them. Or do you think the rest of them are still going to gang up on Petra? All right, Tram, a 24.
Yep.
Or 20 piercing. Chomps into your body. Oh, excellent.
Concentration.
You know, by the way, I forgot I had that script in the game. It's very helpful. All right, Tembi or drop.
Okay. So she's a little bit under the water. Is it Is she able to surface while without breaking range? Like, I'm not sure how deep you guys are.
They're
They're on
still,
the surface.
yeah, they're towards the surface, so you can definitely get on above without breaking.
Okay. Let's see, tell me the situation. She. I'm gonna use their action to cast Shocking Grasp on the injured whale.
Okay.
This is not set up for attack roll, it looks like. So I'll just roll d20 here.
Tram, do you want to give up your reaction? Or do you need it? I'm okay
Yeah,
with you lightning
Like,
rodding.
depends on for who.
I'm okay with you like lightning rodding this creature to give Tembi the advantage on the shocking grass.
Sure.
If he sticks his blade into it and he probably shouts something, you get advantage.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 20, probably like a 25, but I'm not sure what purchase you will be. But
That's a nine.
that would be so it's a fourth level, yeah, so it would be 2d8. Go 2d8. It's gonna be 4 lightning damage to that guy, and bonus action for a Misty Step.
Nice. And going forward, I don't mind that combo of shock and grab if someone's close to lightning rod the advantage and stuff. Hit clone. You just have to be a different person, not yourself, so it's kind of like a team up thing.
Declan, rushing around the cannon, comes up to the side, kind of seeing the situation. He yells out to Petra, "Release your tendril. Pretend like you're being hurt." And he is going to use a silent image. And what he is creating, he's seeing these undead whales when they transform into their current form. He tries to mimic that with Petra and mimics that transformation and tries to hide Petra and Tram within the illusion of another undead whale.
Okay. Are you proficient in nature or religion?
I'm not sure about nature, but I know I am with a religion. One second. So yeah, I got religion. Where's nature? No, I don't have nature proficiency.
Okay.
Just high elements.
Are you willing to give up your bonus action?
Sure.
Give me a religion roll. It's very important before you use this spell slot.
Okay.
Let's see what the CR is. 3, I'll give it to you on a 13. You don't think silent image will affect them? Because whales have echolocation and blind sight, so they would be able to discern the illusion. The illusion won't bother them.
Fuck.
Even standard stock whales have it, but yeah, the zombie whales have echolocation and blind sight. But this is again before you use the silent image, so you can walk back that.
Very well.
Skill checks matter, guys. They matter.
Yeah, but now you gotta come up with a whole new plan on the
I
fly.
thought-
All right, fine. We'll just do the original plan that we know fails.
I thought I was being hella clever. All right.
I would literally give that to you for most enemies, but they have echolocation.
All right. Well, I'm over here. Is the injured one above the waves or below the waves?
All those enemies are below right now.
Damn, that does not make my life easy. All right. 1 second.
But I will give you a point of inspiration because it was a really cool idea.
Thanks. Alright, who's up next in the order? Okay, well, I am just going to use Cloud of Daggers, and I will spawn it on this whale right here, trying to kill it out. So, get it out, right?
Okay. Now pop him on the start of his turn, right?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Hopefully 8 will do the trick. It is injured, but 8's pretty low. Alright. That will be it for me.
All right, it is up next, and it takes. It's no save, right? It just takes damage when it's there when initially.
Right.
Okay. Does survive. It has 13 points. Spoiler. Does survive, but you bring it closer to that threshold of death. And I think this is the one. No, it's not grappled. It's still gonna try to bite Petra before it tries to relocate.
Okay, disadvantage.
A 24 disadvantage,
That still hits.
which is impressive. They have a +6, but yeah, disadvantage. 14 piercing brought down to 7.
Okay, that what takes away all the temp I just got.
Okay. And then, even though it's stupid, it sees these dagger clouds constantly spewing and spitting into its spot. It will navigate around it. Is the dagger still in its space, or is it? I believe it's just a 5 feet, right?
Yeah, it just fills the 5-foot square.
Now it's possible to bring the creature back in, but it is going to do that and then station itself right beneath you guys.
That's good for Rogue Architect and Bulk.
Well, Volk's on his back, so he'd be with it. Remember, he jumped down his back and slashed him.
Heard.
This one over here, he can't get to Malamasha. Actually, he could, but I'll give you cover. It's going to raise itself out of the water and attempt to bite you. You have +2 to the armor class, Malamasha, who is Verna. I don't think of 13 hit Malamasha's armor class, but I don't remember what she has.
No, she's 18.
The 18? Okay, excellent. So he jumps up to bite Malamasha, and she just takes the blunt end of her dick and goes, "Take this!" Pow! She smacks it in the face as it falls towards the water. Goldrak looks to Octavia. And Octavia says, "Get them to the good doctor. We need them back in the fight." Understood. Mission to break a portion of the vessel. Granted. And he just cannonballs through this section here. Landing right next to the doctor, and she's actually, you're like getting this pleasant, enjoyable heal. And he's slapping you ass with the towel and he's giggling. And then Goldrak cannonballs down right next to you guys.
You just seem like look wide-eyed, like he got caught doing something wrong. Oh, how's it going upstairs?
He opens his chest. About this good. And as he opens his chest up, you see Shen and Valette are there. And on Captain Octavia's turn, Genesis will be able to get to them.
Yeah, you're playing slap ass while I'm dying.
Wait till you transform to real form. Genesis will be like, "Oh, the gods!" No. The undead whale is going to again try to bite you. Petra, disadvantage.
It's just trying to stop crits at this point.
A 9 misses you.
Thank God.
It's so dumb that it rotates through Declan's daggers to the other side of the ship. What was your damage you rolled earlier?
8.
8 damage? Okay. It's just sliced up a little bit as it passes through. And it dashes towards the other end to join its friend. Octavia does a triple whip again with the tentacles. Wait, no, she released the cannon at this point. So you see her run off the edge, jump. Come on!
That cannon just slams down next to Declan. Probably pisses himself a little bit.
Yeah, the cannon thing just... The ship kind of rotates a little bit. She is going to pull out her ghost light and go hand. Attempt to go hand. Cutting into this creature 3 times. Yeah, a piece of my girlfriend and me. 47, it has 44, that will do it. When it dies, you see her absorb the essence of the creature into her body. She's able to let it move once like a blood hunter and perform an attack before dying. So it moves and does a bite attack against its ally. But misses its ally. Captain Octavia then backflips back onto the side of the ship, holding onto it. This whale comes up, getting your revenge, and bites Captain Octavia, or attempts to. The bite attack misses as tentacles spew off of her anchor and into its mouth. No, mechanically it was an 8. Volk is up.
Who does the doctor get to heal first?
Oh fuck yeah, you're right. Sorry, and the guild hands. The doctor is going to only. It has to use its action to heal. Who do we want to heal first? Doesn't matter to me. Valette? Okay. Valette, just like what happened with Cheeserak, you have to expend your hit dice to heal, but as many as you want. All of them, half of them, whatever.
Okay.
And I moved the guild hands out of the way. So these guys are unfortunately 60 feet down because they were on the thing, so they're going to dash to the surface this turn. But the one over there is going to move forward and try to finish off the whale that Declan hurt. I think a 13 is their armor class. Let me check. Noise. Hit set and sneak attack. And he finishes off this whale. Volk kind of falls into the water as this one just floats to the abyss. He looks up towards you, Declan, and he nods, seeing your daggers put in the work that allowed him to finish it. And now Volk goes. Alright, Volk goes to this one, and he has his pack tactics from the wolf and attacks twice. Wolf claw style. I'm going to be Obsidian. Thank you, Jay. You're up, Cheeserak.
All right. As soon as he kind of opens up and just shows both of their bodies, Kaishin, and he's just going to run over and just kind of like hold him up and be like, Kaishin, wake up, wake up, wake up. And as he's doing that, you're seeing his kind of like all that glowing green coming from his hair and head again and everything. And he is going to Hymn of Health. Nope, Cradle of Life. That's it. Kaishin, what did you do? I thought you were safe up there.
You'd see, like I said, you'd see half of Kaishin's skin was almost flayed off his body from the sheer force of the breath impact. When you touched him, his heartbeat was a crawl. And luckily you get to him just in time as the skin almost comes back together and restitches itself. And he's so blurry. And you hear him say, breath, attack. Couldn't react. And he stumbles out of Goldrick's body. Kind of gives him a little nod.
Cheshrex gives you clenches you in for a hug and everything. Oh, well, I mean, you were really pretty before, so I guess you could spare a little. Oh, we'll get you patched up, buddy.
Petra's still fighting. And you see he is not even... He is almost like trying to force himself towards the stairs.
As he understands, oh, and you're gonna see him actually jump up for one of the cross beams, and you're just gonna see him kind of warp through the wood again to the next deck above for another 10 feet of movement.
You gotta climb to Shen. He says, "Damn, it take too long." He points up to the newly hole in front of the top of the ship. Climb on my shoulders and jump.
Oh, my turn.
Don't wait. It's my turn.
Which deck would that be? Would it
Oh
be
yeah,
this one?
this would be the top one right here.
Perfect.
Oh, as he like looks over at all the damage and everything. Ugh. Searching for Petra, and that'll be EOT.
Excellent. Valette, you're conscious and back in the fray. You see Goldrak holding you in his left chest and previously Shen in his right chest.
So, this, I think, a little bit for Valette kind of feels like home, like being like snuggled, like it feels like warmth and safety. So she kind of does that thing for like just a brief second where like when you were a little kid, you would like pretend to be asleep on the couch so that you'd get carried to bed. Like she like kind of pretends to still be unconscious for half a second just to want to stay there longer, but quickly remembers that Petra and others are still in the fray. So she would hop out of his chest, and she looks embarrassed, as much as a costume, I guess, can look embarrassed about going down in front of him, because that's just embarrassing. Like, she was doing so good. She was feeling so tough. So she heard his earlier command to hop on his shoulder, so she would just kind of hop up there. Without really saying anything, she'd just kind of nod and like pat him kind of awkwardly on the shoulder, like she doesn't know what to do, and just hop up to the next deck.
Ready, you on fire. And he tosses you up there.
And she does just that, and she is going to use her bonus action, right? I still have a bonus action, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have one section.
I was thinking for some reason I used it, but I didn't. So I'm gonna use a bonus action for Bella's bite, and we're gonna shoot at the one just directly in front of us that we see.
On a 1 or 2 backfires, you got a 3, so you're safe. On a 5 or 6, you can retain the heat for the next deck. Okay, so you don't retain it, but you are getting that extra damage, which is 7 more damage. That's 11. Math is hard, yeah. Yeah, 11. Who are you shooting? This guy right here? Oh, this?
Yep.
I'm dead. Okay.
I'm going for this one. The first one she'd see would be the one right in front of her.
Okay.
That's got more health.
Absolutely. And I believe you've got one more shot to it.
I do! I always forget that. Fuck yeah, so we're going again.
That one is no cigar. Close, but no cigar.
Great.
Alright. Nah, she's not gonna spend it this turn.
All right.
I mean, she did just come back from the dead, but she's feeling invigorated. We got this.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, never mind. Actually, I will throw out hashtag reminder. You do get them lined up. You do have 1 golden bullet. Don't forget that golden bullet, Valette.
I kind of did because I kind of never saw what it was supposed to do, but
Yeah,
yes.
even that's me. You saw the beam explosion when she used it.
Yeah.
Alright, shit.
Okay. Where is this hole? Is it like in like the gate here?
Yeah, yeah, it's the gate here. So if you don't know on the map, this is the back end of the ship, just shown here, inside of it.
And about how far down?
Oh,
Like
you're
10
it's,
feet?
it's 20 feet, but if you go on Goldrak, you can just jump up there.
I don't need Goldrak.
Oh, dang.
As he looks up, and again, he's woozy. He's kind of like positioning himself. I'm not through yet. As you see Goldjack would see Kaishin slap himself, kind of reposition his eyes as his eyes come back into focus, and he just takes a big leap, backflips up, back onto the deck, lands, kind of reorients himself, seeing Petra there. I will use a bonus action for a healing word onto Petra.
Shen,
You're like, are you below half?
Oh yeah.
Take 13.
Much appreciated.
so Shen, you again, no one else sees this, but your symbol on your neck begins to glow. You think you've got one muster in you, one time you can expend it. You don't have to be now, but you think you can call upon your gift once so far. You don't know what it does, but it's
Not yet.
obviously beneficial.
Action. Let's see. Can't give anything out for an action here. Yes, if I can see something. Can I see a little bit of this whale, or is it completely under?
No, they're under.
Same with that one there that's being targeted?
Yeah, because it'd have to be under the ship.
Yep. Then we're fine. Yep, all I got.
When you initially jumped, if you wanted to sling something, I would have let you onto one of these two.
Alright, I'll sling a good old vicious mockery at the injured one.
I'll ask again. Do you want to use it?
No.
Okay. Now I'll just consider that you know it's there, and whenever you want, prop that motherfucker. Alright. Wisdom save. It fails wisdom save 6 at disadvantage on its next bite.
You would hear a shrill sound, almost like a monkey screech, come out of him, and the water vibrates and kind of ruptures its eardrums as Octavius would hear the sound and know that Kaishin's back in the fight.
Excellent. She's happy. She was concerned. Petra, you're up.
All right. Right, I can swing past Tram and Volk, so we will try and finish this undead whale very quickly. We're gonna go into a reckless tail swing first. Right. Try and get it with an attack next. Jesus. And as our bonus action, we will not give up. Expend another hit die for Crimson Soul. Oh, that's not the right thing, but fine.
It is, yeah.
For additional 9 piercing.
Excellent.
Okay. 13 temporary hit points. Then start moving a little bit.
Tram.
Well, this is the whale that just took a big bite out of Tram, so he's
Oh, yeah.
not happy. Grips the hilt of his sword tight. Vanquished beyond a reasonable doubt. He's taking 2 swings.
Do it. 13 is the armor class of the undead whales.
Shit.
You want to smoot.
Yep, he's gonna unload on this guy.
They're definitely undead. Describe the kill.
I think he's just kind of got the shield sort of holstered up the arm a little bit, and he just grabs. He sort of reverse grabs the hilt on the sword, pointing the tip towards this whale, and he puts his palm behind the hilt and just shoves it deep into the eye socket.
Excellent. Then you could feel its body trying to preserve its life, but your radiance just kind of eradicates its parasite and sure.
that, he is going to do what he can with his 30 movement. Try to start climbing up on the boat. That'll be it.
Malamasha, I don't mind if you continue to operate them, and tell me if you feel you want to, or want to, you can.
Okay, yeah. She is going to do pew pews on the one right in front of Alette. She's gonna be like, "Don't you go for my lady."
First one was a warning shot. The second one was the real deal.
She always gets it the second time. She gets there eventually, guys. She's a grower, not a shower. It's fine.
Move it, Damaje, please.
We always knew she was a shower.
That was only more injured one, or she was getting to this one?
She was going to the one in front of Alette.
Okay, shooting it. See bits of meat fly off in the distance. 10B, drop. You want me to resume control? You got this.
I got this. Because so she's dwarf, so she's only 25 movement speed.
Yeah, no, it's
Or-
not listed correctly there, but it's 25, yeah.
That's fine. 20. Yeah, so she can't. So what she's gonna do instead is 5, 10. 20. She is going to cast a shatter targeting both of these.
Excellent. Con save, correct?
It is a con save. It's a con save for 3d8. DC here is 18. So that would, sorry. So 4. 15. DC 15.
She has 2 proficiency as a CR4.
Oh, two. Okay, so then it's DC 14.
Yeah,
Sorry.
which is set there, yeah.
Yes, DC 14 is okay. 3d8, and Captain Octavius is immune thanks to tactical casting.
Excellent. All right, you need the Damaje. Here we go.
No, 10 or 5.
The one closer to Malamasha makes it. The one next to you fail.
Okay.
Impression.
And that'll be the EOT.
Declan.
I don't think I have any fancy tricks for this one, but that's alright. He will shimmy over that cannon. And yeah, we'll come over here. Using some climb speed to, you know, make it easier. Alright. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't take out the one. They're both Shmursh, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Alright, so yeah. I'll just go for the one that's more injured, but Firebolt's kind of like what I got. Coolio. We will leave it at that for now.
Shoot the fire. A warning shot. He come back this way, bitch, we're killed. Oh shit, he comes back this way. This one leaps out of the water to try to bite Malamasha as closest, and it goes down first 10 feet and then rises up with 60 feet movement.
Smith.
Remember you vicious mockery already.
Oh, yes, it is our disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Well, in that case,
Talk to me.
I think. I'm gonna be sure. I'm gonna expend a bardic inspiration for cutting words.
You cut the attack, and how much is it gonna cut by?
1.
It doesn't matter. Enough. The undead whale launches out towards Malamasha to bite her, and the teeth are like an inch in front of her face before she backs up just barely. And the whale drops back into the water. Coming to the other side. Goldrak looks at the doctor. Be safe. Good as I can be. Good. Launches upwards. Ah! No stop, just one massive leap from below deck over the cannonballs, bringing out his weapon. His pyrokinetic axes. Die! Let me show you a member of the First Order's might. A single member who prevents those weak from progressing. In order to become an Obsidian Guard, you must defeat the strongest goal. That's me! He unravels his tail that he stands in front of all Obsidians. None shall pass into the First Order's ranks unless they can topple Goldrak. You just have to get to level 11 and have a magic weapon. Alright, 22, 19, math is hard. Let me do this. I was waiting for my calculator, damn it.
Too busy dreaming about plus 13s.
Alright, 48 damage. That is halving the fire since these creatures are fully submerged. And then I need to make dex saves. 1, 2. Fail. The first one, that's enough to take him out. So this whale will get taken out. Goldrak King's tight in the water though, because that is all his movement. He looks up towards Declan and Valette. This battle is ours soon.
Valette swoons.
With the rhyme, Declan, continue to train.
Declan just looks behind the Valette. Yet you slap me.
You're not nearly as cool as he is. Get as cool as he is and then talk to me.
I'm hurt.
You can't deny it, though.
Anyway, just focus.
Alright, yeah, Goldrak goes that red mission, boys and girls. Alright, Octavia gets onto the ship. She triple tentacles this guy. With 10 hit points, we're not gonna bother the rolls. If it's just 0 chance. Let's see rolls 3 nat ones. And me make it official. Yeah, she kills us. She wraps it up. The first one slams against it, and then 2 more tentacles. One leaps it into the air, and the final one slaps that motherfucker like 200 feet away. Is that all the whales? Are we safe? Initiative? I think we are.
Yep.
Okay. Captain finally releases the tentacles fully, and she gets immediately hit by the exhaustion, which is 2 levels. And she looks around to battle. Everyone regroup. This war is not over.
Petra will drape her tail over the edge so Bulk and the guild hand can get up here.
After making sure Cashin's okay, you'd run up. You okay, Captain? Is it like going in and start checking on her?
Summoning the Kraken was a great feat, but we needed to lift that cannon. If they had thrown down another group of whales, we'd be in trouble.
Very impressive work out there.
What's our status? How many casualties?
Looks around. Like we just lost a few guild hands. And Jessica. Takes her hat off to Jessica and the guild hands.
And he do a medicine check.
Sure. You know the rule. Natural 20 will bring back a dead NPC that's died in last minute. They don't have death saves.
Being slow. I clicked it twice. May have to refresh. Well, 20 seconds. Oh, there we go. Not Nats.
You're able to confirm that they're unfortunately dead.
Your fight's done.
And Petra would just quietly pet its head and would find a burlap or some sort of fabric to cover them for now.
Put the dead members below deck. Assume that you guys wrap them up, like you said, and both of them get below deck for a proper burial later. Dr. Genesis surfaces, and you guys can RP and do whatever, but just so we're tracking, Genesis informed you all, if you need healing, one by one, rotate through them, and they'll give you your hit dice, but you have enough time for everyone to just roll out their hit dice. Consider saving some for a rest, or next time to a long rest, you won't have anything to spend, but of course, get what you need to get back to max.
Go ahead and make use of those services.
We'll be here for a few moments, so blush and stuff will go down. You know what other concentrations we've got going.
Is this taking a short rest, or are we just getting mended with?
No, it's only an action for him to give you.
Okay.
We definitely don't have time for a short rest. Okay, once everybody's healed up, Captain Octavia, you see her lift up a tentacle to her ear. Rad report. Let's see. One of the refugee ships carrying the dancers had been assaulted. One of our beacon light posts has been assaulted as well. The ship will not turn around and get us there fast enough. I need to port you all, but you need to decide. One of your groups can go try to save the dancers, or to get to the beacon post. Or if you think you can save them all, you split your party half and half. All right, here's a map. Here's a green mission. You guys go to any of these sections all together. It is a green mission, an upper green. You guys go split your party down the middle. It is a yellow mission, probably a lower yellow. If you want to try to save everybody for the completionist round. What do you guys want to do?
I vote yellow.
Completionist.
Save everybody.
It is one map, so it won't get funky, but there's two different battle maps on one map, split left and right.
I mean, we need to think about logistically how that would work, if that's
just for
Graham and Petros,
clarification. For clarification, the dancers includes Declan's mom.
We're not sure. We know that there are two ships carrying dancers. It's possible your mom's not on there, but would you take that risk?
Nope.
So make sure I understand. We got two situations. We have protect the boat that has the dancers,
The refugees on it, yes.
and then there is a beacon, which is the purpose for what?
When you light the beacon, she's able to cannonball the enemy with shrapnel. You can defeat a sizable portion of the enemies by getting those two beacons lit.
Okay.
Ooh, Valette wants to help with that.
So if we, it sounds like we're all in agreement for it. So obviously role play, but before we're done here, which will be closing out soon, we do need to decide the groups of 3 and 3. Octavia is going to stay with the NPCs to make sure no more whales come through.
I think I might join Declan with the dancers. I think I might be able to help out there.
Just to keep it simple for me, yeah, like left side of the big ass cannon gun, right side of the big ass cannon gun.
I think then the other healer should be on this side.
Other side, Petra.
Oh,
We should split.
The tank rolls, yeah.
And Tram's going to be objective focused on this. The beacon has more tactical advantage here.
Captain Octavia says, Goldrak, Tembi, Volk, Alamasha. There were whales that were already here on our plane that will be coming. Load up the gun and get ready to fire. There's not nearly as many I'd imagine, but we need to keep focus. The rest of you, I'll be able to port you to those locations by sending you through the ethereal. You'll be able to run as fast as you can. Are we ready, Obsidian Guard?
Quick above game. Does Team Dancer have a healer at all?
Yes.
I should.
Yeah.
Kashin? Alright.
He's got one, yeah,
Right.
of course there's no.
I mean, if you are really concerned, you could, you and Petra could switch. But that's up to you. Whatever's more important.
That's fine. I think we're okay with this. This is more lore relevant.
Yep.
We have the people who are more people who've been interacting more with the dancers.
Okay. The doctor begins to tend to the people here. And Octavia goes, this battle is certainly not over, but we have shown them that we will not fall. We will not be pushed over. When all is said and done, the Selrak will survive. And then we're going to get all of you motherfuckers, the Obsidian Guard, for a proper ceremony. You've certainly earned my card. I will get you your next one. Goldrak says, stay alive. We're heroes. We always will be. It's our chance now to show the world why we stand in their defense despite our name being dragged through the mud. We will do so together. Mala wants to say something to Valed. Don't you got that golden bullet, don't forget to use it.
Valette like vaguely like yeah answer because she is just 100% swoon hard eyes on Goldrak.
You don't see because you're so focused on Goldrak, but she crawls away. She looks at Shen and she's like,
I feel so bad. Like I don't, but I do, guys.
looks at Shen. Tears rolling down her face. She crawls away.
Kaishen she would see Kaishen like mouth agape in the equivalent of even Kaishen is hurt by proxy.
Yeah.
Like he's like there's rude and then there's oh god. And it's like there is a moment where Maisha can like sees the empathy and sympathy, and he just like I would say that a sign of we'll talk through that later.
And when you look to Petra Kaishin, it's like father, mother for their daughter, you know? She was really equal rooting for her.
Yeah. She's looking at you too, Petra. She's going through it right now. I'm sure you all feel her pain. Octavia goes, take one of the guild hands. You've seen the usefulness. It will aid you. If anyone goes down, you'll be able to use the so this is just kind of, they're not actually going to be in the fight, to make it clear. But if you go down, we're going to have you substitute a guild hand who's supposedly in the action helping out the whole time. There'll just be one of them, but a way to keep you guys in the action the best I can. One I can afford to give you outlines on. So they keep one guild hand. Octavia looks and she opens up the portals. Lux, you know where to send them. Port one to the refugee boat. Port the other to the beacons. Once you light the beacons, I'll be able to put the cannon into shrapnel mode. Goldrak will be able to reposition. I'll be able to launch it. These beacons are not regular beacons. They are made specifically for this vessel. In their light, all enemies will be targeted, and the shrapnel from the cannonballs will specifically hit them and perfectly avoid each of you. But they both must be lit. So good luck, Tram, Chizarak, and Valette. Declan, your mother is on there, and even if she's not, Godspeed. Heaven's on your side.
Thanks, Octavia.
Thanks,
What?
Octavia.
What are we waiting for, people? And she lifts up her anchor. The portal opens up wide to Ethereal Shanch, you guys. Let's do this. City and God style. Bolt goes, oh! Give me your outro statements. I'll call you guys how your names are presented in-game, in reverse. Valette, Shizarak, Declan, Shen, Petra, and Tram. Valette, your outgoing statement. Or whatever the fuck it is.
Bye, Daddy Goldrak.
Oh! Chizarak. If you talk Chizarak, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, reversed. Chesterx just, he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of looking down and sad at like all the blood marks of where Jessica was and all the blood stains on the deck, and just disappointed that another spot's been ruined by the giant Titan Lords. And he just goes silent, still all prickly.
Excellent. Excellent.
Did she really just call him Daddy Goldrak?
Let's be extra clear. Let's be extra clear. If you guys
Now's
see
not the time.
the token. Jen.
Kai Shen, I would say you can see a moment of him trying to process what he heard, but then kind of forcing it out of his head as he is just making this drum war rhythm of the war Kai Shen's war drums as his mind steals. No more lives taken. I'm through with this bullshit.
Excellent. Petra.
She turns around to face the portal, fingers curling into fists, where the memory of just seeing the shadowy shape of the Titan Lord, her first view of her father. And she would open her eyes, but they're glowing this pale green aura. Usually when she rages, her eyes take on this glow. And she lets out a roar, a very Attack on Titan kind of roar, where it kind of reverberates as she'll charge into the portal to be the cavalry has arrived for the boats.
Excellent. And finally, last but not least, Tram, your statement and close us out for the night.
Tram is doing his best to keep the Valette love triangle out of his mind, because he's got more important things to focus on, namely the next task at hand. We've got to secure that beacon. It's a tactical advantage. He sees it as an incredibly important piece to this puzzle, and he's just focusing on keeping his mind as sharp as it can be, focused on the task.
Excellent. And as you kind of stay focused and you open your eyes, the shot takes you to your battlefield. Now position is there for us to get a good look at it. Then we will end the session. Tram, Valette, and Chizarak, you guys are on a bridge attached to the sail wreck. You can see in the distance several Neolithic zombies, as well as Lizzo on the back of a broken ship. The beacons are quite clear. There are ladders on a 20-foot rise with fires that need to be lit. Don't worry, I'll put you there, your vision there. The rest of you find yourselves on the back, aboard a ship, one of the ones that the refugee ships that have taken off. Currently, there are only 3 Sahuagin, but you hear screaming below deck where the survivors have hauled themselves up. This is what you all see. Just copying your tokens. Noise. You know your vision?
Yep.
Affirmative.
I will have an incognito eye on both maps so that all players can at least visually see what people do. Let me do that real quick. So the players on the right side should be able to now see the maiden refugee ship. On the left, confirm if you can.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now the players on the left side, as of this moment, should be able to see, confirm if you can.
Thanks.
Excellent. Friends, fellow gamers, and other people in the world that are watching, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Legacy, our bi-weekly campaign. Everyone say goodbye to the stream.
Goodbye,
Bye, stream.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
It's your boy Falcon, and I'm flying out.